Hello and welcome back to Animosity League. We are coming in today with the Midgard Serpents versus the Royals today, the number one seat versus the number two seat. This is going to be an exciting one. I do believe that, we're getting into picks and bans here. For the first ban, we have Gilgamesh coming out. And
Cleo as well. We do have
yeah,
the bog standard bans here. I should mention, by the way, this is the finals of the Jotunheim division for the
yeah,
championship.
yeah,
So,
championship here.
pretty good.
Chalk also another band coming out.
Chalk is
Uh,
a bit more of an interesting ban here. I'm curious if this is more targeted towards
Yeah,
Royals.
you don't really see a whole lot of chalk, and then followed by the atlas and then the RDO. I think um, I do believe that chalk is going to be more targeted here.
Yep,
Bastet,
that's
pretty
that
pretty standard.
very standard ban here. I will mention, but all of the mages that are very strong right now, Persephone, Toth, Agni, all these mages that you can think of are open, and we still do see a Cthulhu block in here. I do believe this is actually quite a good play by Midgard. You're leaving all these really strong mages open, that means guaranteed you're probably going to get one of them. So this will be interesting.
Right, yeah. As you said, Cthulhu coming out, and then the Morgan because not obviously not banned there. They're trying to avoid the double Cthulhu, I think, with that pick there. So they're gonna go ahead and get that out of the way. Shiva, just a strong, actually jungle. You've been seeing a lot of Shiva in the jungle, and obviously still strong in solo lane, but primarily seen in the jungle role. What do you think about that one? No, never mind. We'll continue. But yeah, no. When we're talking about at least the pros, I think I've primarily seen only Shiva actually play jungle, and then Morgan Le Fay also uh, here for the Midgard Serpents. So unable to use probably what they were going for, the double Cthulhu, the Cthulhu, if you will. Morgan Le Fay coming out for a mage, then Jing Qian. So I would say that Jing Qian and Cthulhu both able to play support and solo, and likely gonna see the Jing Qian here in the support role. Cthulhu for the solo, but I would say both of these gods are more apt for the solo lane, honestly. But seen a lot of aggression so far.
Right, apologies on that. One thing to note with this Izanami, we do have, obviously Shiva can be flexed into the support. I doubt it. He's probably going to be jungle, more than likely. We do have Izanami though, which is very, very potent in duo lane. Just make sure that you have guaranteed wave 1 pressure. And they are countering some picks, so not necessarily the highest pressure, but that mark just allows them to take really good boxes with Izanami. We have Kepri on the side of Midgard banned away here. Just make sure that this Morgan or the Shiva just gets to dive freely, which is probably what they're going to be trying to do most of the game.
Right.
Medusa
Actually,
ban. What do you think on that?
oh, the Medusa man, just a very strong jungle right now. Makes the most of Crusher with every single ability. Being able to proc Crusher on Medusa. The one with the tick, the two with the anti heal, the splash. The dash, the ult. Obviously, all able to. And since that is the meta right now, even though Crusher's seeing a decent amount of nerfs, Medusa's still very strong. And then Ganesha to round out the Midgard Serpents draft or bans here. What do
We
you
do
think
have.
about Shiva? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, we do have only tanks banned on the side of Midgard, just valuing this Royals frontline very heavily. And
Yeah,
I do respect that.
yeah.
But yeah, we still have both mages picked on both sides. We are looking for frontline pretty much entirely on the side of Royals. I'm curious to see what they pick here.
What do you think about the idea of Shiva possibly going to the support role? Then all of these last two supports, this Ganesha and this Kepri, possibly being a void because of that. Because you have seen a little bit of flex play for Shiva in the support.
Yep,
I,
definitely did mention that earlier, and with Izanami as well, going to be very potent in the dual lane.
did I guess I just completely looked over that one,
Nope,
but
do
still
seem,
waiting here.
yep, do seem to be waiting on picks.
Right,
Kraken
Kraken.
also a pick that managed to sneak under bans. very interesting. It's probably gonna be in the solo lane, but also very potent on support. This also is more than likely locking Shiva in the jungle. With a big character like this, I feel like it just makes more sense to have your jungle either walking around with your solo or your support, excuse me, or you gank in that solo lane. It's very good 2v2 either way.
I'm looking at this draft, and honestly, three of the four gods can possibly be their jungle right now. The Morrigan, Shiva, and Kabrakan. Honestly, it seems pretty open to me, but I do believe it will be going the way that you were that you were saying. Shiva in the jungle, Kabrakan is either going to be the solo support. I would imagine support, and they're likely going to begin to solo soon. Kalane.
Do see a Cocolan and an Apollo look, and Apollo is honestly, even with the nerf to his ult, obviously the ult isn't the star of this god. I still think the passive is amazing. Just allows him to shred ADCs in that 2v2. Do have a Nemesis lock-in too, I'm assuming toward this Cthulhu and the Jinshin. More so the Cthulhu. But one thing to note on this entire draft of the Royals is they have a very dive-heavy draft. Morrigan's more so just played like an assassin in the mid lane. Playing these tanks, probably going to be taking Cthulhu, taking Kabrakan, Shiva, all these really, really good team fight characters. Which could be quite hard to kill, and then obviously you have the two other tanks and a Nemesis. I'm kind of worried about the backline of Midgard with a very awkward amount of peel, considering this is probably either Cthulhu or Cocolan support. Oh, excuse me, Shinshin, I didn't see. But still a very hard character to peel on. Into some of this draft. Kabrakan literally does not care as he just pops one. Sibian. Right. But regardless of that, we're going to go to a break and head in again.
Alright.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Jotunheim Finals. It is AA and J2 on cast. And we're going to go ahead and be looking at this game. Midgard Serpents coming in here, #1 seed. #2 seed as well in Royals is in this match, but should be a good one, don't you think, J2?
Yeah, it'll be a fun one to watch. Both these teams had... Oh, wow.
And we're going to see a quick kill right off the bat. I Love Cats doing what he does best and going to take down the enemy support in Xingqian.
You know what? I Love Cats has actually really been like one of the strongest players for Royals all season. Kind of one of their win conditions out there in the dual lane side of things. So I think he needs to have a big, what we call this, afternoon. So Royals can pull out the victory against the #1 seed.
Yeah, definitely going to be keeping an eye on him, as well as the dual lane in general. I mean, both these teams pretty strong in the dual lane, so it'll be fun. We do see Izanami and Kabrakan on the side of the Royals, and that's just pure aggression here right at the early game, so it's going to be fun to watch. Xingqian and Apollo a little less so, but Apollo can be pretty safe.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely a high kill potential here early for this dual lane as we see the pressure coming out. Again, right back at it.
Oh, and Nemesis, though, is in trouble. Morgan Le Fay and Cullen in here. Captain Cab grabbing a kill now for Midgard Serpents. 1-1 each early here, 2 minutes into the game.
Yeah, and that's a pick I was going to bring up. I was interested to see on how it's going to fare, especially early here, is the Cullen jungle. It's not something you typically kind of see. But I think Cab has played it before.
Yeah, I do think he has played it before. I've seen him on it for sure. Yeah, not super traditional, but I believe it's worked out for him in the past. So coming in here a little bit more bulky, and you know, you do have that ultimate as well that can be pretty potent.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't know about you. I've been waiting all day to cast this set. I mean, both these teams, Royals, one of two teams only to take a game off of the Midgard Serpents in the regular season. This is a best of 5, so this is going to be a long set. I'm hoping it goes to a best of 5. That'd be awesome. You know, finals and going to a best of 5. It's just crunch time, you know. But here in game 1, it's pretty even so far.
Yeah, you know, I actually forgot it was the best of 5. I'm not gonna lie, but it'll make it even more exciting. I definitely don't want to see a stomp. I'll tell you what. I think it'll be a good set.
That's no fun, right?
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, one thing to note is the Royals, not their typical jungler. Rick the Dude is subbing in.
Yeah, has played all playoffs for Royals, kind of taking over that role from Princess. It seems like. on her team, at least here for the playoffs. So I don't really know the situation there as much, but he's been doing a pretty good job coming in and subbing so far for the Royals.
So he had a good game last week versus Fagard. It'll be cool to see how he does here versus Midgard.
It's like Cullen and Nemesis heading over to this dual lane. Here comes Cullen, gonna knock up both of the dual lane members for the Royals, and that is look like it's gonna be it. Nemesis as well in here, but gonna retreat with her teammates.
Yeah, surprised maybe a little more didn't happen there. Just kind of a Cullen ult and a backup, and no really other follow-up there from the side of Midgard Serpents. One thing to note, the Nemesis is still not level 5.
Apollo as well, not hitting level 5, but there's an ult from Gobraken looking to grab Xing Shen. He's going to hop right out. A knockup as well, trying to keep both members of Royals off his team, but it's not going to be enough for his life as Argo Vault going to go down. Cullen, though, rotating over as well in that rage form, looking to grab a kill and clean up this situation for the Midgard Serpents. He's looking at Gobraken. Can he finish off the kill? Izanami as well in trouble. She's going to dash out. Captain Cab grabbing 1. Can he grab 2? Here's Apollo and his ultimate. Looking to land right on top of Izanami. He's going to whiff. Dashes in. Can he finish off the kill? Izanami's still alive, but finally Zapsy able to grab that kill for Apollo. And Midgard Serpents now up a kill.
We do see fighting now over here in the solo lane. The Shiva ult will come out for the healing to get away from the Cthulhu. Oh, Shiva will dash right back in there, trying to keep Cthulhu in with the pulls. So much CC. Cthulhu will be able to dash out here.
No, they aren't going to tower dive too early, unfortunately for Royals. But they are going to grab that blue buff instead. Rick the Dude able to grab that with no problem.
Yeah, one thing to note there on that that fight in the dual lane was, I mean, Captain Cab having the awareness to come right back over after he kind of had a failed gank, I guess you would call it, and he got oracles. The Izanami, Gobraken looked to step up again, create pressure. They did get a nice kill, but Cab came right back over, not afraid, and they were able to turn that fight. It was a nice job by him and Zapsy there.
Yeah, kind of, I mean, there's some fighting there. 5 kills, almost 6 minutes in here now, but it still feels like everyone's still feeling each other out. You know, they're being safer than normal. Yeah. Dual lane kind of been a little bit of a mosh pit, but not as much as I would normally think for both these teams. But both kind of feeling each other out. I'm wondering if we'll see it, you know, explode into something else here later in the set.
Yeah, I definitely think that dual lane could be the difference maker here. Just who gets going faster between Zapsy and I Love Cats. Both on some relatively, say, maybe more aggressive or hyper carry type ADCs, so we'll see how they do, especially get Paulo with that global ultimate, maybe making some early rotations for objectives or some cheeky ganks somewhere else. So
definitely. And little side note as well, thanks for all the subscriptions, and thank you, Flamio, for gifting 5 tier 1 subs. Thanks, man. Cullen over here fighting this Gobraken and Shiva together. His team's going to rotate in now. Gobraken gets knocked up and down. Captain Cab in that rage form, able to knock him off. And Nemesis now looking to finish off this kill of Morgan Le Fay, but she's got a lot of opposition. Morgan as well waiting to get in here. Cullen trying to put the pressure on, and doesn't look like he'll be able to. So Morgan now goes invisible, still pushing up. Potentially looking at some, just going to get some poke on this Xing Shen. Nemesis as well posturing on this red buff, but that shouldn't be anything too much unless Apollo meets her in the jungle, which will happen. Apollo rotating over, Nemesis now closing in as well. Here comes Xing Shen to help out his ADC. And that should be enough of that fight for Royals. They've had their fill. And yeah, I don't think that's going to be a Gold Fury yet, unfortunately. Not 10 minutes in yet.
No Gold Fury yet, but definitely looking the right direction with winning these early fights. Definitely could look for that coming up shortly. I couldn't fully tell if they were hitting the Cullen in that fight, if the Morgan was throwing abilities, but it looked like he took next to no damage already. I could spell issues later in the game, as he gets even tankier.
Yeah, Captain Cab, tanky off the bat, 3 out of 4 kills for his team. Putting the team on his back here in the early game.
Yeah, definitely getting active early. In that jungle role, as DC is going into defense second.
Yeah, he's definitely looking to be tanky, be annoying, get into that rage form, and just, you know, kind of be a second solo. You know, you're still in there, you can do damage, but you're still tankier than something like a Nemesis that's going to get blown up much quicker.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, that Nemesis can only ult one person. She can choose the Cucullin or the Cthulhu, but one of them is going to be tanky for this backline. That's, I mean, really only going to consist of the Izanami in these later team fights. The Morgan looking to be probably a little more dive heavy, not as traditional as something like maybe a Merlin or a different mage you could have put there. So
Do see Shiva over here in solo lane, up a level as well. Or Cthulhu rather is going to clear that wave. Are you a fan of the Shiva over here in the solo lane?
you know, I haven't seen like, I don't know, I haven't seen it too much to really say if I'm a fan, especially in comp. I haven't seen Shiva other than in the SPL as a jungler, I believe. So far.
Yeah, I think she's been more over there in the jungle.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think it's bad, so I'm definitely interested to see how Baza does with it. I mean, he is, well, now 2 levels up on the Cthulhu, probably more like level and a quarter to level and a half, but
yeah, looks like it just ticked over there. He had 10 and 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's more viable in the jungle, but still really good. The ultimate, of course, is really annoying.
He's just annoying in general.
Yeah, a lot of utility for sure. The knock up and the pullback and everything, and then obviously the healing as well in the ultimate.
Yeah, especially then double dashing too.
Yeah,
It's just...
all the CC immunity.
Yeah.
Definitely have an annoying comp, I would say. You know, you got Shiva, of course, which everything we just lied out. Nemesis is kind of just there for that Cthulhu pickup in my mind. And then, of course, you have Captain Care Bear and the Morgan. You can transform into anything. Kabrakan is kind of like the most annoying Guardian in my mind. You know, able to kind of just have so much CC in that wall and damage as well.
Yeah, for sure.
And Izanami can just shred down a tower whenever she wants.
Look at that damage early. I mean, by himself is doing more damage to that Cucullin than... Oh, wow.
Yeah, Baza able to just get that kill and get out. Look at that dash out as well. A lot of damage coming out on that as well. Looks like Zapsy's up in the air. Is he going to engage on this fight? Potentially Cthulhu now moving up as well. A1 looking to pressure. Looks like Zapsy does come down in the mid lane and back. So no crazy Apollo ult yet.
Yeah, and one thing to note, I mean, Nemesis did use ult at the end just as Baza picked up the kill onto Captain Cav, so Cthulhu ult here
Yeah, and Pyromancer
could some havoc.
being started by Royals, but they're going to have to disengage. Here comes that Cthulhu ultimate. A1 trying to get in there, as well as an ult out from Argo Volt's going to pull Kabrakan and Shiva towards that Cthulhu. The ultimate's still going strong. Morgan Le Fay stepping up as well. Cutlip hopping in here, but there's an entire Royals team. Kabrakan ultimate comes out. Nemesis in trouble, has to go back under tower. As well, we're seeing fighting still over here by this Fire Giant, as Kabrakan is just on the run. Nobody has gone down yet, and it looks like everyone's going to live so far unless there's more. Shiva now wants a little bit more. Isle of Cats on the other side of the map is going to get a kill, but now Shiva's looking to pressure this Cucullin and Xing Shen. Going to tower dive as well. He wants this kill, and he's going to get it. Can he get 2 is the question. He looks like he won't for the time being. Xing Shen gets out, and Cutlip will put him down as well. And looks like a little 2v2 trade. 2v1 trade. My apologies.
Yeah, Baza is doing work. We were just talking about the Shiva pick, now 3 levels up. Doing so much damage, and he has, I mean, like no damage items on him. It's just insane. He's the only one really doing anything to Captain Cav there in that fight. Is top damage by almost 2k over his own ADC, but
Yeah,
that fight was a little interesting. For a little bit there was just the Cthulhu and Xing Chen trying to zone Royals off of the Pyromancer. The MILF was a little slow, rotating in. The MLF, sorry, it's the abbreviated version. But yeah, there's no real follow-up from the backline. I know Zapsy was in left lane, did end up going down to Isle of Cats, but with no damage really coming from this backline, it's going to be tough for Midgard to really do anything off of their frontline setup.
Nemesis maybe trying to get a pincer over there. Izanami as well, fighting a 2v1 in dual lane. Xingqian not going to be able to catch up to her in time. Look at everyone's posturing over here on this left side of the map except for the solo laners. Bracken now backing up. We're going to engage here though. Nemesis going to try to hop in on Morgan Le Fay, but it's not going to be enough. She'll double dash out of there. Izanami as well.
I'm taking a lot of damage in these fights, just getting knocked up and feared away by the Morgan Le Fay, and not really much she can do about it. She is a level up though on Captain Cav, despite being 0-1-1.
Shiva up 2 levels because Gulu just can't really box the way Shiva can here in that laning phase. And of course Baza just running down mid, grabbing 2 kills is going to help him get up here in the levels. But Morgan Le Fay and the Morgan fighting here. Morgan ult comes out, going to transform into that Shiva, and the ultimate comes out. Bracken as well, trying to keep this Morgan and Le Fay at bay, but we'll see if that can be possible. Xingqian now coming in here as well. Morgan takes so much damage. Captain Cab going to finish off that kill on Captain Care Bear. Bracken fighting by himself right now, gets pulled into the other enemy team as Zapsy going to finish off that kill on Party Time Corgi.
And I think this will be another Gold Fury for the Serpents. They did get the first one of the game. Royals did not pick up the Pyro earlier, so this will be both objectives so far.
But Shiva's not scared whatsoever. That ultimate's going to come out as well. Just trying to get that damage off, and he will. Baza grabbing a kill, but it's going to cost him his life. Cthulhu, though, going down. Izanami just shredding Awan down to bits. And Nemesis now trying to get out as Izanami is their only friend over here by this Gold Fury. Cullen still looking for this ADC. Not going to find it. Apollo up in the air. Does he come down? He is going to drop right down. Izanami. Can she get her dash off in time? No! And Zapsy going to grab that kill as well, picking up another one for his team. Almost caught up in levels with I Love Cats.
Yeah, and that fight was really kind of based off of, I would say, the misplay in mid by the Morgan. It looked like when she was ulting as Shiva, she was using the heal stance instead of the damage stance. I think that would have probably turned it to pick up the kill onto Cutlip, but then doing almost no damage to him with, I mean, he was just healing himself even though he's at full health. Then ended up costing him his life. Kind of made it, put Royals at a disadvantage there. Did defend the gold though.
Wow, look at the XP difference compared to last. Midgard Serpents bringing that XP and gold difference back within reach, very within reach. It's gold, just barely anything right now, and XP as well was 5,000, and now back to about 1,000. We are going to see Royals over here in the Pyromancer. They will grab that. That'll help their gold lead.
Yeah, still relatively even. I mean, we're 16 and a half minutes in, creeping over to 17 soon, and I mean, Royals have, looks like, what, a 1K lead now, and that's just off of the Pyro and the Scorpion they just picked up there. So, two teams, I mean, definitely close with each other right now.
Tulu hopping over here. Bracken, though, looking for the stun, not going to get it. Going to flail around for a little bit. The Morgan, though, invisible, going to hop into this team fight as Shiva's in here just shredding everyone down with that dash. The ultimate is going to come out. Double Shiva ult coming out as the Morgan going to transform into that Shiva. Both teams still posturing, relatively healthy, and from both sides. Good calling in that rage form.
Now all ultimates are up for the Serpents here.
Oh, Cullen hopping in.
Oh, the massive.
The Bracken ultimate is going to come out, but he doesn't have a whole lot of follow-up with him. And that won't be doing anything. Bracken going to have to reset. Or not, going to come right back in. But nobody going to start this Oni Fury yet.
Very kind of drawn out fight, like a little engage and then just back up immediately, no follow up. I mean, Cullen ulted and nothing really came off of it.
Well, fights like these, it's, you know, who's going to reset, and are you going to capitalize when, you know, you're up a person, or are you going to capitalize when they come back? You know, now they're full health. Shiva, they're going to hop in. As Oni Fury is going to go down to the Royals. I Love Cats picking up a double kill, but the other ADC going to grab a kill as well. Captain Care Bear finishing off the enemy mid laner. Now Kakullen on the run. Shiva looking to kill him, but it will be I Love Cats. And now Zapsy's the only one alive. Apollo just trying to pop that ult, but no, Captain Care Bear able to finish him off in time before he can hop into that chariot.
And the patience from the Royals there is what won them that fight. They almost faked a little retreat and a reset there to allow the Serpents to think they had time to pull the Oni Fury. And then just right back in, it was initiated with Baza, the Baptist, on the Shiva, hitting a 3-man pull. Be a 5-for-1 trade, plus the Gold Fury and Fire Giant for Royals.
Yeah, there's no way Midgard Serpents are going to be able to get here in time to this Fire Giant.
This definitely puts Royals in the driver's seat for this game. 1.
Yeah.
5k gold lead now.
7.
Oh, I guess I can't do no, it's
No, I
XP.
changed what you were saying. Don't worry, don't worry.
No, that's XP. Come on, double A.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So
But yeah, they're going to grab everything on the map. Like you said, they are in the driver's seat. Going to look to siege somewhere. It just depends where. Shiva up 3 levels on the A1, which is not going to be fun for the Midgard Serpents.
yeah, Baza is putting in work. He's kind of been a one-man wrecking crew, diving the entire team kind of by himself. Nemesis hasn't had much success getting into these team fights. Kind of just gets blown up very easily. I mean, picking Nemesis into a god like Morgan Le Fay is a tough task, is a tough dive, so not much to blame there, but Baza is really creating a lot of space for I Love Cats and Care Bear here to do work.
Yeah, and I mean, credit to the entire team right now is up some way or the other than that bracket.
Yeah, Kabrakan is even, both, I mean, 0-3 here on the supports, but Cats 7-2 on the Izanami now, level 19 at 20 minutes. Baza level 18.
And
Even Captain Care Bear.
Nemesis not the best stat line, but still up in those levels. Just really able to farm much quicker. Shiva looking to engage, annoying the rest of Midgard Serpents. Kabrakan ultimate is going to come out, trying to keep everybody here at bay. Cthulhu ultimate's going to come out, but Rick the Dude going to shred him down. And now this Phoenix Siege is still going to continue. Royals looking to get in here if they can. All 5 members healthy.
And look at the Shiva healing. Royals look like they've taken 0 damage with that Shiva ult. I think they double Shiva ulted again, actually. But, man, it's going to be tough for Serpents to do anything, especially from behind now. The healing, the crazy dive of this double Shiva type comp with the Nemesis ult that just shredded the level 14 Cthulhu.
Oh, blinking from Kabrakan here onto that Kakullen. But it's going to cost him his life. Cullen able to finish him off. Shiva as well, taking those tower shots. The ultimate from Xing Shin's going to make him take even more. And now he's down to about half health, and they're looking to capitalize, get another pick. But it's not going to be enough. Shiva able to get out. Royals only lose 1 member on that siege.
Yeah, and good recognition by Midgard Serpents to not back down from the Phoenix. Pick the Kabrakan right when he tries to blink in, giving them a little bit of an advantage here, at least in the sense of numbers.
And both these teams really good. I mean, it's going to be hard to take any. I mean, that Phoenix defense was, textbook by Midgard, able to get a pick, cause Royals to back up. Now they're back in the driver's seat. They're looking at this Pyromancer, and looks like they'll get it. But I mean, both these teams are going to be neck and neck throughout this entire set.
Yeah, sure. I mean, we've seen it so far. Even, I mean, the Royals lead just kind of grew recently here in the game, but for the first 18 minutes, they were dead even. One team fight kind of is what gave Royals the separation, but Serpents still sticking around. Able to defend their Phoenix successfully. Lost a couple more towers, but not too big of a deal.
Looks like Apollo gonna grab that right side tier 1 tower. Primal Fury gonna be up here in just a second.
Yeah, and this Apollo too, I mean, can kind of get away with that, even though he's backing. We do see a gold free pull here. Should be free for the Royals, yeah. But Zapsy on this Apollo, I mean, he can kind of freely push up waves, try to get a couple towers, and then just ult over to the fight to maybe help turn it.
And
Could put Serpents in a good spot.
30 seconds until Fire Giant gets back up again. Only 23 minutes into this match still, and only 3 members on both sides hitting that level 20 mark. So this Fire Giant fight is going to be very important. Both these teams.
Yeah, this fight is going to be maybe a help. I don't know if the deciding factor. So many towers up on the side of Royals, but both ADCs are. Oh, here it is, the Apollo ult. They notice that Cats is stuck in left lane. Apollo going to be able to make the rotation.
Yeah, Cthulhu ultimate coming out. Xing Shen throwing Kabrakan to the wayside. Captain Cab able to grab a kill in that rage form on Rick the Dude. Kabrakan fighting for his life as well. A little 2v1. Now Cthulhu recognizes that and heads over as well, but he should live. And only 1 pickup for Midgard Serpents.
And that's that Apollo work. Same thing I was just talking about. Both ADCs in left lane, but Apollo able to make the rotation to give Serpents the advantage. And now they have the advantage for this firefight.
Shiva just waiting on this Fire Giant pull. We are going to see it. Shiva waiting to get that Fire Giant down low, but Cullen and Morgan Le Fay going to turn on to him, just trying to keep him away from this as there's Midgard Serpents tick this Fire Giant down. The Morgan just getting absolutely blown up by Cut Lip. Wow, that was a lot of damage. And now Fire Giant's low. Shiva's in here. Fire Giant will kill A1, and Midgard Serpents are able to take it. Now Shiva's in trouble. Zapsy able to grab that kill. Kabrakan as well in here. Izanami ultimate's going to hit a few members of the Midgard Serpents and cause them to retreat. I would assume they're going to go ahead and grab this jungle and reset.
Yeah, and a bit slow on the side of Royals to get up towards that Fire Giant. I think if Corgi and Cats were a little bit faster, they maybe can swing that. But they looked a little bit slow to get out of base. And the Serpents catching up here. Down with Fire Giant. Look to be a little more aggressive too. A1 spawning in about 5 seconds. Baza down for 20.
Yeah, it's going to be a 5v5 defense somewhere, I would assume.
A1 is still level 16 though, and doesn't have the Fire Giant. He's relatively more of an easy kill. Maybe this Nemesis looks to ult Cab more on this dive here.
Yeah, potentially. I think she's been kind of ulting the Cthulhu on cooldown whenever his ultimate is up, which is very, very hard to play against when you are playing that Cthulhu. Well, yeah, maybe it's time to target select somebody else. Potentially looking at, Captain Cab, or even Zapsy, if you can even get it there.
Yeah, I think the Nem kind of looking to ult the Kakulin here in these team fights, and then maybe trying to, like, he can kind of ult and maybe turn away and look to run at the Apollo, but I mean, Baz is doing work by himself. So.
Kabrakan, be careful, my friend. You're going to run into an entire team. Going to cause him and Nemesis to back off. 3 members of Royals under this tier 2 tower. They're looking to defend. I should say.
Yeah, not scared. They do still have a lead. The Serpents have Fire Giant, but maybe making them more even than
here
an
we
advantage.
go. Kakulin gonna dash in there, looking to start this fight, and he will. Cthulhu ultimate gonna come out. Nemesis getting absolutely obliterated, but here's a Cthulhu on the other end. As we see the Morgan ult, the double Cthulhu, but it's for both teams this time. Kabrakan thrown back towards the Midgard Serpents, and that will be his end. A1 picking up that kill. Shiva looking low as well, but gonna have to dash out. And once again, only 1 pickup for one of the teams. Royals down in that team fight.
Yeah, it was I guess I can see why Care Bear chose the Cthulhu ult there. Maybe just to help zone out of the Phoenix. But I mean, Cthulhu was level 16 during that fight still, so not the greatest advantage there for the or value there out of the Morgan ult. But Cab, I mean, that's really been the story, I think, is Cab in these fights. He's hit a 4-man knockup with the Kakulin ult off of his blink there, and he's hit a lot of those to win these fights for Serpents. Now only 3k down, almost only 2.
Yeah.
Was that
Yeah, definitely.
6k?
Definitely doing a good job here. He's going to dash in as well once again, but it's going to
Oh,
cost him
blown
his
up.
life
That's
this
massive.
time. Nemesis ult going to come out onto that Cthulhu once again. But Xing Shen going to go down before he can pick up anyone with his ult. A pullback from Shiva as well. Cutlip goes down, and it's an onslaught from Royals right now. Apollo going to have to use his ultimate to get out. Cthulhu, though, not going to be as fortunate. He's going to go down shredded by Rick the Dude here on the Nemesis. Oh, look at the chase on the other side of the map. Both Apollos in the air. What is going on? And Apollo is going to come down. The Morgan now comes out of the transformation. Not going to chase in time, but that was a little ring around the rosy. Just, we turned into a racing game for a second. I mean, what was that?
Formula 1, NASCAR, I don't know, but I was not expecting that. That was cool, but that was a great turn from Royals there, and this might actually Cab up in 5, Argo up now. Cab does have all. I think it'll just be some Phoenixes here for Royals, but great turn for them. I think they are.
This is gonna be a tough situation for Midgard Serpents for sure. Down goes a Phoenix. Everyone back up for their team. 2 Phoenixes down now. Fire Giant about to come up, and Midgard Serpent's gonna have to get in there and contest it, but if there's any point to do so, I mean, we're hitting that level 30 mark. Enhanced Fire Giant gonna be up. That's gonna be the turning point once again, I believe, for both these teams.
Yeah, for sure. This Fire Giant dance probably will decide the game if it's wow. All right, heavily favors. Thank you. Heavily favors one side in the fight.
He's a Nami looking to pull that Pyromancer, but
you know, and I mean, sometimes these little like overstays by these teams has cost them in these fights. I mean, we saw it earlier from Royals on that left Phoenix push that allowed Serpents back in the game. That tower dive on the right side by Cab allowed Royals to get these 2 Phoenixes now, so.
Cullen dashing in, a textbook play from Midgard Serpents, Cthulhu ultimate as well, right behind him. As Kabrakan and Nemesis on the run. Shiva, though, popping the ultimate to try to stay as healthy as possible, and doing just that, but he's a Nami, a little worse for wear. Morgan Le Fay looking to grab the kill with the ultimate, but not going to, and now she's low. She needs to be careful, and she is going to go down. Captain Caber able to pick up that kill, and this is just a mosh pit completely here, as both teams are low. Kakulin diving tower, but it's going to cost him his life. It looks like Party Time Corgi able to pick up the kill, and now Cthulhu able to dash out. Xing Shen as well jumping away. The Winions coming in on the Midgard Serpents Titan. They need to be careful, but a lot of damage coming out. They're doing a good job against the Royals, but it's not going to be enough. Only Xing Shen able to pull away from the Royals, and finally will go down. Zapsy had to back to grab these minions.
Yep. This should be game here for Royals. I think they can pretty much just run it down. I don't know how much Zapsy can defend. The Morgan full health.
Yeah, look at Shiva's just gonna march
right
in.
Boz is gonna do it himself here.
Titans under attack. Only Apollo to defend. Can he, or Midgard Serpents risk losing game 1 off of this? Nemesis really low, but down goes the Titan in game 1. Gonna go to the Royals.
Wow, that was an exciting one already. Starting off this finals with a bang. So back and forth, even for the first, 18, 19 minutes of the game. And then just some massive fights going for both teams. Royals here picking up the first victory, but wow.
That could have went any which way. Those team fights were so chaotic. Everyone's low. This time, Royals able to capitalize. Maybe did a little bit better when they did win those team fights, but yeah, wow. What a great game 1. We'll head into a quick break and be back with the desk.
And we're back on the desk. Game 1 in the books for the Jotunheim Division Finals goes over to the Royals. Great casting by J2 and AA. Here joined on the desk with me is Recurry, what did you
Oh.
think, man?
I mean, again, the drafts I was heavily just favoring Royals draft. I mentioned it right on desk as well. The forward dive, just really strong for allowing them to push into both of the backline. Most fights would start off with Midgard, I believe, but once that Cthulhu ult dropped, once the Kakolan Rage Form dropped, they had practically nothing to continue fighting. Whereas
Right.
you have Morgan ult, you have the Skabraken engage, which is a much shorter cooldown. You have Shiva. You have all these characters that just allow them to get into the backline, create disruption, look for picks. It's very hard for Midgard to even compete with that. It's very well played.
Right. Now we have to pose the question. Now, is it scarier to have a Shiva and a Morgan on the team than having a Morgan and a Cthulhu? The double Shiva ultimate was crazy. The Shiva Tendava ×2, not okay, not fun to fight into. A whole lot of healing, a whole lot of damage, big AOE. Captain Care Bear and Boz of the Baptist there really played that well. And I mean, we did see Cthulhu once, but I have to give my favorite ultimate to the double Apollos chasing each other in the air. That was fantastic. I enjoyed every second of that.
Smite Car had quite the return there. That was quite fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting that gold was always in favor of Royals, regardless of what was going on in the match. I believe at one point we had a 19-minute fire
Yeah,
go down,
yeah.
and then we had I think 2 fires go toward Midgard. Still ahead on gold. Very just well played on the map in general from the side of Royals.
Right. That first fires aren't going down around 19, 20 minutes, something like that. And then the gold basically rocketed for Royals there. There was a possibility when the second fire giant went down for the Serpents that they might come back, but that right side tier 2 tower defense really, it just turned it right back in the favors of the Royals. They got rid of most of the fire giants there in that fight and then just turned the match on its end. Midgard Serpents didn't bother clearing minion waves, and that's kind of just what happens sometimes. Minions did a whole lot of work on the Titan before going down. Ultimately, there for the Royals in game 1. Oh, fun little stats here, by the way. Number 1 solo in the Jotunheim division, Boz the Baptist. Number 3 solo, A1. Number 2 jungle coming out. Number 1 and 3 mid. Number 2 and 3 support. Number 1 and 3 Zapsy. The top players are all playing in these games here, and like it's showing. Honestly, you're seeing a whole lot of good gameplay, a lot of good comms coming out here. The only thing is that Rick the Dude is not really on our stats, because making his debut in the finals here in the tournament. So not a whole lot, but I do see a whole lot of good things coming out for Rick the Dude.
I will say on the side of Midgard, I do just want to see if they're gonna go that route with like a Cthulhu with this Jin Chen where they have a bit more of this like giant disruption comp. I do want to see a jungler that allows them to pick off a single target while all this disruption's going off. That was my biggest issue or irk, I suppose, with that draft. It was very well played from them, and the fights that they did have it, they played their AoE very well, but it's just very hard for them to kill anybody with that draft. Colin's very AoE centric. I do not think he's killing anybody very quickly. I'd like maybe a Kali if they want to have AoE or like team fight potential. Maybe a Daji or Thor, characters that can just get in, nuke somebody, get out.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I do think maybe some adjustments are going to be coming out when it goes to the Midgard Serpents leagues. Try not to get behind 0-2 here, behind the Royals is Midgard Serpents. We're going to go into a break here, and then we'll. All right, we're back yet again on the desk here. Semantics, joined here by Recurry. We are getting back into picks and bans for Jotunheim Finals Game 2 for the Division Finals. I think I said that twice.
Yep.
We're go ahead and fill everything back in. We're going to have the first 3 bans, Midgard Serpents, Gilgamesh, Artio, and
Ooh.
the Morrigan. Oh, we're already getting into picks. We're just going through it quickly. Chalk.
Not just a pick, but a first pick chalk. This was banned away the last
It
game.
was.
Again, I believe this was just a target ban, but this is interesting. I'm actually curious as to what role this is going to go into. Obviously, solo is what most people would think, but chalk is still a very, very potent DPS. You can have him extremely tanky, building full damage with his 2, giving 100 protections. Jungle is a very obvious role, but mid as well, unironically, is a very potent role for this character. Do you have Cerberus?
You would hope. You would hope that Chalk is going into the solo lane, but like you said, we've seen him elsewhere pretty often when it comes to this season, and a little bit coming into last season as well. As you said, Cerberus is hovered, which if that's going into the solo lane, never mind, because we
Do you
have
have Poseidon instead? And again, like mentioned last game, and I believe both mages for the most part, or most of the mages that were very potent made it through. Persephone is open, Toth is open, Agni is open, Tiamat's open, so many strong mages. Cerberus does get locked in here inside of Royals. And we do see the bird, obviously. Very good pick on their side. Now, still hanging on that comment, Purse still open. So is Agni if you want to have that counter to the range poke. You have a double range poke for both mages. Curious to see where Midgard go here, or if they choose not to pick up their mage.
I do believe both those mages that you mentioned are coming fresh off of some nerfs, so maybe we might see a little bit of a change here. But back on my earlier thought before they, psyched us out with the Poseidon there, Cerberus, if going to the solo lane, just that passive anti-heal is going to be good to play into Chalk if Chalk is going into the solo lane as well. A lot of big ifs here. If all the stars align, Cerberus could play well into Chalk.
Yep, we do see MLF locked in here on this side of Midgard. Uh, Also a very potent mage. And yeah, I agree with the nerf comment, but even with those nerfs, I think the items themselves make these mages just as strong as they are. Agni and Purse obviously just do their own thing of just having consistent pressure. Purses just kills tanks. You see the Izanami lock in here for Midgard, vouching for that duo pressure instead of the side of Royals, so very good pickup. And Shiva is locked in on the side of Royals.
Right. Adding on to that, Cutlip, very strong player on Morgan Le Fay. I've seen a lot of good performances so far from Cutlip, so it's a really good, I believe, a comfort band. And then Izanami, obviously, going to be played in the carry role. Both I Love Cats and Zapsy, very strong on this pick. Shiva locked in, just bringing it right back. Probably going to Boz the Baptist, I'd imagine. If they're going to go ahead and run it back. So that means Cerberus likely going into the support role.
Well, I mean, Shiva obviously can still flex into the jungle. That character can go practically anywhere with how strong his CC is. But we'll mention Kabrakan is still open, and that also is a very good front line here for either side. You do see a Loki ban, and I'm curious if Royals want that Kabrakan again for either support or even possibly jungle / solo. I mean, again, those 3 characters, Serb can easily support a solo, Shiva can do all 3, Cab can do all 3. This is gonna be a bit spooky for Midgard. If that Cab does get locked in, they're not gonna know where anyone's really going.
Right. I'm just saying Shiva on Baza, just running it back. I assume with the success seen in the last game that Shiva probably going to be in the hands of Baza the Baptist. Unless we see maybe some comfort coming from Rick the Dude. I don't foresee Shiva going into support over the Cerberus, but I could see Rick the Dude running this Shiva in the jungle role. Medusa.
You do have the Medusa hovered here. Now, speaking of nerfs, that character did get hit pretty hard, I think. Her 1 lost a bunch of attack speed, lost a bunch of base damage. Still locked in here, though, a very potent early game character. She can easily poke Izanami, which is really important. And more importantly, the 1v1 is very strong. If you can dash combo the Izanami with a singular auto, it breaks your stealth pretty much like that, going into a dash if she wants to misplace. Geb is locked in here. Geb's very, very sick actually into this draft now that I look at it. They have a lot of cleanse potential into the Serbolt, and also more importantly, can knock up the 2.
It's not locked in yet. We're just hovering the Geb right now. But back into the Medusa, into the Izanami matchup. Yes, the one on the Medusa still good for identifying where Izanami is with the tick damage. Um, Medusa not only getting personal nerfs from this last patch, but also in itemization. Honestly, taking a pretty big hit. I'm curious to see how this performs in this match. Geb locked in now, and yes,
There we go.
as you were
Uh,
saying, into the Serbolt, very nice, and Medusa, and then Kali.
Kali is definitely more akin to what I was hoping for from this Midgard Serpents draft. You again stick with that general disruption front line between the Chalk and the Geb. Very hard to just avoid any of that as any of this backline, and this Kali is just going to come in and clean everything up. Very good dive as well into Toth and Medusa. Practically nothing from Toth can stop her. And then she can also ult Servo, which is a little nice touch. Serket hovered here, locked in, actually. I honestly am kind of like the Midgard draft here over Royals. Not sure how you feel about that.
I do like the Serket into Kali. Like if you see a good Serket play into Kali, if Kali were to go into death range during her ult, but like not dying, obviously, if Serket ults him, then he doesn't get that heal back. He just dies. So it's a really good counter, Serket ult into Kali ult, and Kali has a lot of disruption to get that Kali out of the way. I personally, oh man, this is actually a rough draft for me, honestly. Yeah, no problem. This is a rough draft for me, and I think Midgard's has a little bit of safety, but also a little bit of dive, and then uh, the Royals kind of have a more of an idea of like what they want to do. They want to be aggressive, honestly, just all the way through,
Yep,
and then
I
throw from range damage.
I agree. I just am afraid if Midgard gets to late game, I don't know how I feel about this Royals draft dealing with a Kali, a Geb, this chalk dive. It's going to be very rough.
Right, but we are
Our
going to have
game,
to be going to a break
yep.
here, so we can go ahead and get into the game. So we'll see you guys in game with Cast AA and J2.
All right, yeah, sorry for the delay. A little remake there for the lobby, but we are back. That is going to be that Shiva jungle. Now, Baza going to be playing that Cerberus over there in solo. Anyway, my name is AA, J2, joining me once again.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Excited for this game 2 here. See if Midgard can tie up this set, or if Royals will take a commanding 2-0 lead.
Yeah,
Should be fun.
Like I said, Royals kind of the if anyone's going to beat Midgard, it's going to be Royals. So seeing them here in the finals, taking that first game, it's exciting. I mean, Midgard, overwhelming victories for the most part in regular season, but Royals was a tough match there, and they're a tough match here in the finals as well.
Yeah, for sure. And did see a frenzy pop along with the horrific both supports using the relics early. Didn't out clear though, even with the frenzy. So
Izanami probably going to have the pressure here.
Yeah.
Serket a little more of an aggressive support, trying to get that taunt right there, but not going to get it this time.
yeah, you know, I know Corgi likes the Serket a lot. He played it especially when it was a more popular pick, but ever since the what they call it, a rebalance, where they changed some of her base damage and buffed her scaling. Haven't really seen it as much.
Yeah, it's just not as good, relatively speaking, as it used to be. But, you know, Serket's still a decent choice here, especially if you build her correctly. Gotta go with both supports, gonna go to the Sentinel's Embrace right off the bat.
Yeah, and she can still do some of the same things in regards to like setting up and supporting for her team. Still has the taunt, still has the ult, so not gonna be as much damage coming out, but still some great CC.
There's that taunt right there. Izanami taking a bunch of damage, gonna have to dash under tower. Not gonna want to deal with that Serket any longer.
Yeah, and Royals still playing with that pressure, so we saw that in the first game as well in that dual lane. No early kills yet. I think we have 3 kills in the first like minute and a
Yeah,
half last time or
I think we
something.
had, yeah, 5 kills in the first 5 minutes. Geb almost going down for that first blood. Medusa getting that poke out. Sercat as well, gonna steal that purple buff.
Yeah.
Yeah, both teams once again, trying to be a little safer here in the finals, which I think is, the stakes kind of get to you here in the situation, but a double taunt and party time. Corgi gonna grab a kill for himself. I Love Cats grabbing the other. Morgan Le Fay rotates over, but not gonna be able to finish off a kill. And wow, that is not great for the Midgard Serpents right off the bat. And a little taunt from Sir Cat was the catalyst of it all.
Yeah, great double taunt from Corgi. I mean, that's what he can do on the Sercat pick. He plays it a lot. I mean, still had the great setup. Good early start for the Royals in the dual lane once again. Cutlip was a little slow getting over. I think he was waiting behind. Do see an ult come out from the Cerberus.
Yeah, Chalk in a little bit of trouble. The rain pouring down, but will be enough to slow Cerberus away from getting this kill. The jump in will connect on the Chalk. Shiva, though, gonna appear out of nowhere from the jungle and knock down Awan, securing the kill.
Yeah, so Awan did tick over to 5 while clearing that wave when Bazo was trying to kill him in the middle of it, but didn't use the ultimate there. Will be a kill to the credit of Rick the Dude on the Shiva.
Able to
3-0 start for Royals. 1K lead already.
Building confidence. They take that first game, back and forth game. Coming into this game too, they probably have the better mentals of the two teams, and they're showing it right now for sure.
Yeah, and to credit what Recurry said on the desk, Royals needing to get active early if they want to win this game. Do not want to see this Kali get to late game, this Geb. So trying to win it early, put the pressure on, keep them behind. Doing a nice job so far.
Oh, Sercat harassing this Geb. He will go down. I Love Cats able to finish off that kill. Frenzy popped as well. Cap to cap here in the mid lane, playing a traditional jungle, I should say, this time. Kali.
Yeah, definitely a little more traditional than the Kakolan, trying to get him on another one of those kind of hyper carry type picks. He was doing good last game with his engages, and trying to pick off the backline. Just not enough real damage coming out from the Kakolan. Hit some nice knockups, but then no real follow-up damage last game, so hopefully it turns around for him here. As long as he can get there. That's the only problem so far. Already a level down. See leads across the board except for the mid lane on the side of Royals. So.
And the dual lane for Royals is up there for damage right now. The most for their team.
Yeah, they're really putting the pressure on this side of the map once again. Invaded the purple buff
Shiva
early.
here in the mid lane once again. Thoth ultimate gonna miss, but Shiva ultimate not. As that big circle is gonna take down Cutlip here in the mid lane.
Yeah, 5-0 start, and that, I mean, the Morgan Le Fay can't peel the Shiva in his ultimate. I don't care how much CC she has in her kit, so definitely gonna be an easier time diving for Rick to do this game compared to his nemesis last game. Another double.
Coming in here, the ultimate comes out. He's a Nami ult as well, but Zapsy able to salvage that, getting going for support for support. Still looking to clear wave, but the Shiva rotation really helping every lane right now.
Yeah, Rick the Dude is getting active early with this Shiva. 3-0 start for him.
Kali ultimate barely surviving. Shiva in chase. Does he have the knockup to secure the kill? Morgan Le Fay, though, rotating. Rick the Dude does get the kill on the Captain Cap. He's not done. He's looking for another. Doesn't have the healthiest god right now, but he's going to rotate out.
And look, Baza is over here. Cerberus is over here. Looks like maybe an early Gold Fury pull. Sercat does have Frenzy up, so they're feeling a little confident here. Doesn't? They're rotating in on the side
gotta
of
be
Midgard.
careful. Serbo. And looks like Argovolt ulted as well. Gonna grab a kill. Cutlip, though, going down. Geb trying to secure this kill on the Shiva. The ult's gonna come out to heal up. But Geb now taking a bunch of damage right back. I Love Cat's gonna turn that completely around on the Geb. He's a Nami as well as here, but might not be the best idea. Zapsy on the run, waiting for that dash. It comes out just in time as Medusa dashed right in as well. But looks like Izanami should be able to get out in time. The ping comes out. They're still looking to chase. Oh, don't back there, as Serv's going to go ahead and tell Izanami to be careful.
Yeah, an early rotation from Baza. I think looks like A1 just kind of stayed over in his side of the map, trying to farm up. Maybe shoved a wave under tower or something, but just a great fight from the Royals there, picking up the Gold Fury. I think they only lost their support, yeah. But good start for Royals. I mean, this could get I guess only 2K, but it could get ugly fast if they keep up with this pace.
It definitely, I mean, 2K kind of both ways, gold and XP right there. So yeah, I mean, the lead's building. We are only 8 minutes in, but you know, this Kali as well. You know, I think this Midgard Serpent's going to be more of a late game team, and
For sure.
definitely not working out for them right now here in the early game. But you know,
Yeah,
they could definitely come back.
Yeah, Kali being 3 levels down is gonna hurt, but they can stall. They can stall enough till late.
Serket and Geb ultimate coming over here. Dual lane surging once again here at 8 minutes. In mid as well, Thoth trying to get out. Channels that ultimate, but not going to be able to get it off in time. Captain Cab able to get that kill, but he will go down with the ult. And now Shiva ult popped, looking to grab this Morgan Le Fay. Going to get 1 tick onto her, but that's about it.
Yeah, and that's Cerberus coming over again from the solo lane, just a little bit faster than the Chalk, able to pick up the kill onto Captain Cab to make it a 1-for-1 trade there, but gonna need to get some wards up, get some, I don't know if there was a lack of communication there that Serb was coming or what, but Baza's now with 2 great rotations to help the Royals out.
Yeah, Baza had a great game 1. It was playing that Shiva. We thought maybe Shiva was going to, you know, get repeated over there in the solo lane, but here in the mid lane, we're going to see that ult come out from Chalk. Thoth and Shiva at about half health. Thoth ultimate channeled, but immediately let go, and now here it is again. Looking for somebody to, you know, throw it at, but nobody's available at the moment. And that will be all of that for the time being.
Yeah, and a good ult there from A1. I mean, it knocked both of them up, put both the Thoth and...
Oh! We are going to see that ultimate come out from Medusa. He's a Nami, barely getting away. He went through that Geb shield as well, probably saving her life. But yeah, that's a scary situation. Medusa now on the hunt to finish off the kill, but runs into this Kali, and now she's on the run. Does she have her dash? There it is. Finally hopping out, but Kali hopping in, popping ultimate, and that'll be the end. Argo Volt, though, the one to take off the kill.
Yeah, a little over-aggressive there. A little greedy from I Love Cats. Cost him his life. Does have a lead, but that's a big pickup there on the side of Midgard Serpents.
Right over this blue buff as well. Chalk gonna get levitated here in the air as blue buff is gonna get stolen by Baza the Baptist. Thoth and Shiva rotating in. Chalk ultimate, I believe, got burned as well. Baza, though, able to dive tower and pick up the kill. Morgan Le Fay rotating over, but has to hide into this tier 2 tower. There's 4 members of Royals in the right jungle.
Yeah, and good recognition from Royals there. They had a disadvantage in left lane, which cost Cats his life, so they all made the rotation over to solo to pick up A1, and they'll grab this Pyro too to push their gold lead even further.
Yeah, able to sweeten the deal, grabbing that as well. 11 minutes in, Royals kind of steamrolling here in the early game.
Yeah, they've jumped out to a commanding lead. Little different than last game. Last game we saw pretty much a dead even game for about the first 20 minutes. This one has been pretty much all Royals so far. I mean, Argo Vault on the Geb has 2 kills, but I don't know if you really want to see that. You'd like to see that go more towards your Kali, who's 2 levels down.
I don't know. As a support main, I love seeing the kill stealing. Come on. He deserves a little something, right? But,
I mean, if you want that, I guess.
No, you don't. But, you know, a little payback for saving the Zapsy's life. It's a Medusa, maybe, but...
You support mains.
Come on, we need a little something. We need some XP too.
It's true.
It's like-
Get the
It's a little
scepter, man.
Posturing here, gotta get the scepter. And Captain Cav absolutely blown up off there. That Serb ultimate. Chalk ult comes in. Medusa though firing right back, and down goes A1. Captain Care Bear grabbing that one. And it's a mosh pit completely. Everyone's low. Everyone's gonna go down as well. Only 3 members from both teams on the map, and it's Cutlip just kind of surviving for his team, as well as Baza and Party Time, the tanks for Royals, able to survive but not able to peel for their squishies.
This is just a bloodbath so far. This game is
Yeah, wow.
much different than game 1, which felt a little slower, but just tons of fighting now from both these teams, trying to, I don't know, just run it down, I guess.
Well, it just seemed like everyone melted each other, and the few that tried to get away were able to be finished off. The only one living for Midgard, Cutlip, kind of the main person they're playing around here for Midgard. You know, has had some great stat lines in the regular season, some great plays. On the other side, it's I Love Cats. Kind of has been the main, well, not carry, but definitely the force that Royals have been kind of playing around for sure.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I mean, Cutlip, even in this game alone, look, 2 levels up on Captain Care Bear. He's definitely going to have to make some plays in this mid game to try to get his team to late. The Kali's still 3 levels down. Rick the dude is 6-1 right now on the Shiva.
Definitely a better showing for him than the last game. I think had one of the lower stat lines from the first game, but yeah, this Shiva, he's just more comfortable on, able to kind of secure these kills, and Shiva's just a monster in the jungle right now, too.
Yeah, and it's always nice when you have 2 players on your team that can kind of play these little flex picks. So you can, I mean, you can truly flex it. Oh, wow, Baza here. Oh, we'll see beads, though, from Cutlip. So he won't, he'll live to see another day, or another minute in Smite, I guess we could say. But yeah, it's always nice, though, to see these flex picks actually being able to use their full potential. And you saw Daza last game on the Shiva. Now we see Rick on it, and it's really been putting in work for Royals.
Definitely doing a good job so far. Like you said, he is that sub coming in, just playing for these playoffs. He's been on the roster the entire regular season, but made his debut in the playoffs, been doing pretty well for the Royals, and I would assume they're pretty impressed so far in this match with him.
Yeah, I would be. Do you see Chalk ult in the back?
Ultimate is coming out. Serb really low. Shiva ultimate as well. Gonna get popped. A1 able to get a kill, but you see I Love Cats firing right back for the Royals, grabbing a kill onto Captain Cab. Gab trying to peel for his Morgan Le Fay as Shiva pulls them both back towards his team. Serket ult onto the Gab, I believe, but Argobolt able to grab that kill. Shiva, though, on the back line, pulls in Chalk, and he's a Nami. And Gab just barely living, doesn't have a shield either. A mana is too low. But Royal's going to have the pressure here on the Oni Fury, as Midgard Serpents are going to have to retreat. Izanami, though, lurking, waiting for the right moment. Chalk doesn't care, though. He's going to throw the axe right in. It looks like Royals will be dropping that Oni Fury. Nobody going to get it off that engage.
Yeah, Shiva not super tanky here to kind of forcing the retreat from the Royals, although it was just the Chalk and the Izzy with no ult. But them stepping up there saves the Gold Fury for now. Still only about a 3k lead, a little less than the gold. So Serpents holding off for now. See,
Yeah.
Royals, they jumped to that 3k lead early, but hasn't really grown much since like that 10-minute mark. So that's what Serpents need to do. I mean, that's what we talked about. Try to get their Kali to late game, get this Geb more to late game. I mean, Kali only 1 level down, was 3 earlier. So doing a nice job. They're definitely still in it.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the stat chart, once again, I mean, it is dead even. I mean, this is anybody's game 12 XP right now, you know.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, it is dead even. Other than kills, I mean, gold right within reach as well for both teams. So bringing it back a little bit for Midgard Serpents. We saw it last game, but then Royals came back with that wave of pressure. It looks like they're able to try to They're going to go ahead and look to do that once again as Oni Fury's at about half health as Cutlip's running in here for Midgard Serpents, showing his presence. He doesn't care. He's going to miss that ability. Maybe looking to just hit somebody instead, but Royals will secure that. Serpent ultimate coming out onto Morgan Le Fay, but she's going to come right back on you with that ultimate as well. Chalk jumping in, knocking up Medusa. Cutlip still looking to engage. Medusa's really low, but here comes the rest of Royals looking for a hunt. Cutlip will get the kill, but Rick the Dude getting the kill on him instead. As we see that ultimate come out for Shiva, everyone getting pulled in. And now Captain Carry Bear securing a kill for his team. He's a Nami, really low. Serb looking to harass. Geb gets a triple knockup, but it's not going to be enough to save his life. He's a Nami as well, going down, and only Kali surviving for Midgard Serpents.
That was a great fight for Royals and great recognition by them to see that there were 3 members of the Serpents in right lane kind of trying to posture for the Pyromancer, got their Scorpion, but everyone rushing the Gold Fury kind of allowed them to get some early poke onto Cutlip, force them to use a lot of his kit, I believe the ultimate, to try to steal away the Gold Fury. Still didn't get it with both secure. And now Royals once again in the driver's seat. That lead has grown finally. 8 minutes later, but it has grown. And they're gonna get this Pyro for free too.
Yeah, Pyro gonna definitely go down towards the way of the Royals, and you know, I don't know if I caster curse them or what, but that lead is building once again for Royals, and both. I'll go ahead and check the charts to be sure, but yeah, there's the lead building for both.
Went from 12 to 5,000. It was, oh, Cav.
Yeah, able to get in there and get a kill, mitigating a little bit of that, but that's all that's going to happen. But great pickup. I mean, just kind of out of nowhere to grab that kill.
Yeah, it was a good pickup from Cab, recognizing. I mean, he had his, I think Rick was his target there, if I'm not mistaken.
Rick did go down, so
yeah, so he was feeling safer to jump in.
Definitely.
Heal off the kill and.
Yes, Cerberus. Kind of the only one over here for Royals now.
Oh, wow.
See somewhat of posturing. Less than 20 minutes in here.
Yeah, a little grouping here. I believe the ADCs are still in their lane, kind of doing their thing, but just some farming up. It's what are the damage charts looking like? Double A. Pull those up. Oh wow, Rick, Shiva again at the top. Oh, I actually think Izzy was at the top by the end of the last one, but
yeah, I mean, still neck and neck. I mean, everyone's there. Both ADCs really close to each other. The mid laner, Cutlip for the Midgard Serpents, and then yeah, the jungle Rick the Dude topping those charts. 13,000 player damage. Supports are up there, honestly. Look at it. Well,
yeah,
supports kind of higher up. 6 and 7,000.
Compared to the Thoth and the Kali, for sure. I mean, 7,400 for the Geb. That's why he has 3 kills. Well deserved, honestly.
Yeah, right there. He's been doing a pretty good job in these team fights, but here comes Chalk in. Both ults come out. Medusa, though, chunking him as he comes in here. Kali looking to finish off the kill of Medusa, but not going to get it in time. Down goes Captain Cab. Shiva rotating in here. There's the pole, and only going to grab it's Gab. Kali's able to secure the kill on the other support. Party time. Corey going to go down. He's a Nami. Ult comes out onto Cerberus, but with the dash, he should live. Zanami, though, going to run into the Shiva in the jungle, but he does not want to 1v1, and he's a Nami at this point.
Yeah, and that fight was all initiated by a 3-man Cerberus ult. Kali, Captain Cab, thought he could pick up the kill on I love casting on Medusa, but the Aegis actually saved his life, and then quick turn for a couple autos. Finish that off for him. A nice 2-for-1 trade for the Royals. Keep them in the lead here. See about almost 6k, about 5k in the gold lead now. 20 minutes in, a lot different story compared to last game.
Yeah, I mean, Royals in the driver's seat. I mean, we did hear on the desk that, you know, talking about Royals having that gold lead almost the entire game, regardless of who had the pressure at that moment. And it looks like, I mean, Royals obviously in this game have that gold lead once again. That lead never diminishing too much. it's really kind of been Royals this entire game for the gold at least.
Yeah, they're just great map play by the Royals. I mean, we saw it earlier with the Gold Fury pull when Serpents were kind of hovering around the Pyromancer. Really helping them here with this Baza. I mean, being a menace. Look at him here, just 1v2ing, keeping Serpents busy.
Definitely, and I mean, if there's any god that can withstand some hits, it's definitely going to be Cerberus.
See,
Go ahead.
thinking, see in left lane, the Geb was rotating over towards left lane, dual lane. He was
That
rotating.
ult going to come out, and that will be enough with the help of Rick the Dude, able to secure that kill as he's going to pop his ultimate. Kali and Chalk chasing, just going in a circle, but Kali going to have to pop ult, just survive. Captain Care Bear is going to finish off a kill, but down goes other Captain, going to go down as well. Geb now just getting absolutely turned on, and there's nothing that you can do about that, and he's going to go down. Isle of Cats grabbing that kill. Now Fire Giant within reach. More Royals looking to get even more pressure in this match.
Yeah, and the Royals, I mean, they took almost 0 damage, it seemed like, in that fight. The Shiva healing, which was who the Serpents were trying to target, but the healing was too much. Izzy will try to solo this Gold Fury, I guess, but I don't know if she'll be able to here.
Yeah, not going to be able to. Going to dash out on the other side of the map. Royals is going to grab this tier 2 tower. Because nobody's up but that. He's a Nami.
Yeah, Izzy just, I guess, gonna shove this wave here, I think. Okay, Cutlip is up, maybe can use his CC here to help, but, well, everyone's spawning now at the same time. Should force a retreat here from the Royals.
Yeah, they're going to go ahead and either grab some more farm or reset. They're going to grab everything in the jungle that they can. Serket approaching 4 members of Midgard Serpents, but does have to be careful. They may be down, but they are not out.
And Zapsy still split pushing on that left-hand side. I think, looks like 2 members of Royals back to make sure he doesn't try to grab a Phoenix on that side of the map, but...
Yeah, Royals doing a good job right now. I mean, they've had pressure since the beginning of the match, getting those 5 early kills. And now here in the late game as well, they're just able to grab, I think, every objective so far. Yeah,
Yes,
I believe every
so.
objective so far. So I mean, they're just running this game for sure. I mean, Midgard Serpents kind of not used to being in the driver's seat. I mean, they, like I said, undefeated here in the Jotunheim division in the regular season. Royals and Fagard the only teams able to take a game off of them, but now potentially going to go down 2-0 if they can't get it together here in the second game.
Yeah, and that could not look pretty for game 3. Could see some desperation if they do manage to fall 2-0 here. But it's not over yet. 25.5 minutes in. Is a commanding lead for Royals, but I have seen crazy
coming out, delivering 2 members of the Midgard Serpents to his team. And look at the chaos that's going to ensue. 2 members from Midgard going to go down. Sir barely living, Shiva just barely alive as well. Serket is the only one here, and she's 1v3ing. What is going on? She's going to dash out. And Midgard Serpents able to preserve their last 3 members, just barely.
Yeah, and the Shiva healing again actually saved Rick's life versus the Kali, which once again the targeter was on Rick there, so not able to get the healing, even with the ultimate up, and then falling to Isle of Cats. And that's kind of been the story of a lot of these fights, especially for the Kali. Just has been behind the entire game, and then trying to run down her target, but just barely not picking up the kill, and then dying. So it's been rough for this dive on the side of Serpents. A1 has hit some nice chalk ults, but other than that, there hasn't been much success to actually pick up some of these kills.
Yeah, a little interesting that Cutlip is topping the charts right now, just barely beating out Rick the Dude. So still doing a lot for his team, just waiting to get some of that support coming in from the Izanami or maybe Captain Cap as well on that Kali, just waiting to get his build up, get to this late game.
Yeah, Cutlip is doing all he can. He is only 4 and 5, but I don't think that gives him enough credit for what he's done in some of these fights
No.
with his fears and his knockups.
Yeah, definitely been able to kind of capitalize on his abilities for sure. I mean, just harassing, constantly poking with Morgan Le Fay. Able to kind of keep them back enough. The last team fight, though, they just get blown up a little too quickly. There's a lot of burst damage coming out with Thoth, being able to deal damage from such a far range. Rick the Dude with that big circle targeter as well. Party Time Corgi's been doing a great job. But Chalk gonna get picked off here after that Serb ultimate. I Love Cats able to capitalize on that and grab the kill. Kali jumps in and jumps out. Serb gonna chase Bird down, runs into the rest of the Midgard Serpents. Oh no! The Party Time Corgi gonna grab the kill on Captain Cab, but I believe that was Thoth that did the chunk of damage there. Gab ultimate is gonna come out and will secure a kill, but he will go down. Now Shiva looking to chase Izanami, pulling her right back in. I think her dash is down as well. The ultimate from Shiva will be enough to kill 2 members of the Midgard Serpents. And now a deicide Royals looking to approach this bird here. Phoenix is the right word. But, and I'd assume this is going to be endgame.
Yeah, it's 100%. A1's up in 6 seconds. I mean, he does have ultimate because he did die with it up, but it's gonna be too little, too late here on the side of the Serpents. They are gonna fall down 2. Wow, he maybe could have done it if he would have hit everyone with that ult, but yeah, Royals will take a commanding 2-0 lead in this finals, and what a great showing. A strong performance from them in that game too.
Yeah, Royals just able to take in the driver's seat, take game 2. And now Midgard Serpents on the verge of being eliminated. You know, taking that second place instead, but they're trying to stay in this game. Go ahead and show these damage numbers real quick. And we'll head to a break. We'll be right back.
And welcome back here to the desk. Good casting there from AA and J2. You know, fantastic casting actually. I'm joined here by Rikuri on the desk, and we just watched Game 2 of the Jotunheim Division Finals. And what was the story here? What's the story of this game, Rikuri?
Honestly, a bit surprising to me. I did honestly favor the Midgard draft that going into that game. We did see the Shiva jungle actually, as opposed to Serket. Even with Serket's nerfs, still looked pretty decent in the role, to be honest. Was played very well.
Right.
Trying to think. I think
I would say my personal take on this is that ban Shiva. Doesn't matter if it's in the hands of Baza the Baptist or it's in the hands of Rick the Dude. Get Shiva out of this game, or out of the hands of the Royals at least. That does whatever he wants in any role, apparently, in anybody's hands in the Royals. We need to see less Shiva here in these games. Or it looks like Midgard Serpents might just get beat 0-3 in this best of 5 for the division finals. Also, notably, we did talk about some nerfs that Medusa did receive, several nerfs that Medusa did receive, and itemization, and in the kit herself, but did not seem to affect I Love Cats that much. Still doing almost the top damage, but you just don't beat Shiva in anything for the team, and going 9-3 on that is I Love Cats, and huge impact there from the Medusa.
I do feel as if most of those picks were on the Kali. The Kali was looking just most of that game to look at this Medusa. Could not find the opportunities. It's very unfortunate timing with how he's playing with his front line. But yeah, the Medusa played very well. Yep, the Medusa played very well. More importantly, the touch on the Medusa and the Serket got first blood, not just first blood, but both picks, back to back in dual lane. Not just set up the Medusa to freely farm. Once Izanami gets behind, she is a non-factor. It's very hard to play that character in that stage where your entire kit is based around having pressure, right?
Yeah.
Whereas Medusa does the same thing with pressure, except she just one-shots you. So Yes, it's just
Yeah,
unfortunate.
Captain Cab notably didn't even get max level in that game. Ended the game at level 19 on the Kali. Um, but there was just so much aggression going on for the Royals early and all the way through the game. It looked actually like a snowball was going to happen for the Royals very early. A lot of early kills, a good gold lead, and then the Midgard Serpents brought it back. This is the story of last game as well. Brought it back to maybe like a 2K, 3K lead right around mid game, but you know, what happens when it comes to the Royals. They all come together, they get ready to team fight, and they just absolutely run over them in the hands of I Love Cats and Rick the Dude. And Captain Care Bear, honestly, 6'2" on the Thoth. Some good stats coming out of all of the carries for the well, and Baza the Baptist. You know, Baza just doing what Baza does and running at people and making it look easy.
Yep. Again, in fairness to Midgard, they did keep the gold lead somewhat close for most of the game. They get many points that I checked. It was 3K, 4K. Like that's not awful by any means. I think the worst I got to was right when obviously they were, like you said, they were starting to snowball, which was well past 20 minutes. Believe it or not, like 8K I think at the max. And again, that's still not even that, as bad as that sounds. That's only like a tier 2 item for the entirety of their team. Just genuinely not that bad. They pulled it back, started, like you said, pulling it back into fights. It's just very unfortunate they couldn't close that out and start developing a lead.
Right. I'm thinking the way that they did it was more important in not so much as like how far ahead they were as to how far behind they put the carries for the Midgard Serpents. Kali, notably, very far behind there. The A Cut Lip was doing pretty decent damage. Actually, was topping the charts for a while, but Izanami, I believe, fell 2 and 4 on that game and unable to really put a whole lot of impact there. Was Zapsy, and that is what I was referring to. You know, not a lot of kills going the way of the carries, not a whole lot to really grab onto and like move forward with. Doing it the right way was Royals in their shutdown for the most part
Yep.
of the guard Serpents here.
Well, we do see Royals at 2-0. I have nothing else to comment on about that game. I don't know if you do.
Yeah, well, I guess the story is it's 2-0. Midgard Serpents need to make some sort of adjustments, and in my opinion, getting rid of Shiva is one of those. And we will see you back here whenever we're back in picks and bans for Game 3 of the Jotunheim Division Finals.
Yep. Shall we see?
Hello, I'm here again, Semantics on the desk, joined by Recurry. Also, get into the picks and bans here for Midgard Serpents and Royals in Game 3 of the Jotunheim Division Finals. And advice was taken, or maybe just the impact that Shiva has had on these games was taken into consideration, and first ban overall by the Midgard Serpents, followed by an Atlas ban for the Royals. Gilgamesh going to make sure that is not in the hands of Rick the Dude is Midgard Serpents with the bans here.
Yes, with this Shiva and Chalk ban, actually, though, the thing to keep in mind is all these bans that have been going through the past few games, like this Bastet, for instance. Take that back. I suppose Royals didn't want to see it on the board either. But there are the gods open now. Like, again, all of these really strong mages. We have Cthulhu. Artio was another character that was also banned multiple games. First locked in here for Midgard Serpents. Very, very strong pickup. More than likely in the solo lane. I can't say it. Oh, Royals,
Here's the
Royals
story.
countering with their very interesting picks of their own. Cthulhu 2 over there in the solo and mid lane, respectively.
Oh, you're a Cthulhu 2 guy? It's Cthulhu. It's Cthulhu. Come on now.
You mean
all right.
Cthulhu is the other one, but that's okay.
No,
We do have
Cthulhu.
we do have Loki locked in here on the other side for Midgard Serpent. Very safe pick. One thing that's important that usually I try to keep in mind when playing like any form of DPS, into specifically Cthulhu, is just being able to break yourself over a wall. Loki's very good at doing that. uh, allows himself to either just disengage or engage, actually, even if Cthulhu spread out. Chiron's an interesting pick here, very strong in both mid and carry. We do have Hou Yi locked in on the side of Royals. Thoughts on so far in any of these?
Well, obviously, Morgan Cthulhu combo there is gonna be what they're gonna be going for. Just two of the Descent in the Madness ults. Not a whole lot any team can really do about that. Obviously stacking the passive a whole lot there on the ult and doing a lot of damage, having a lot of just CC just so much, and even team healing there. Obviously coming out.
I would like to chime in. I do think, and there's one of the characters I was about to speak about, Cthulhu and this Morrigan combo especially, you lose all mage damage practically and just have a bunch of AoE when you're doing this. So you can have characters like Nemesis or Kali, obviously she's banned here, but like these auto attack characters that just shred tanks and lock those in. And if you pair that with something like a Ymir or Yamoja, or obviously it's open here, Kabrakan, Cthulhu cannot get through that wall. Any of those characters, you mirror wall somebody that's on like a 6-second cooldown late game, especially a Cthulhu that's trying to dive your backline, you separate that team fight, that Cthulhu is just dead. If you have that on a Morrigan as well, you double Cthulhu, they're just gonna tap one, tap the other. They're just gonna die.
And as you speak, the Ymir is being hovered. But I do agree that if you are going to be going to Cthulhu, you should probably have your next set of bands have a Nemesis in it, or somebody just who shreds
Tanks in general.
protections or a health like he does. But Ymir and Medusa being locked in here.
Obviously, with the Loki being in jungle, that's not an option. The Nemesis, but they do instead. I like this as well. Double ADC. This is a very, very good draft for a double ADC as well. You have up so much peel between the RDO and Ymir. This backline is just going to be chilling with peel. The one thing to note is, aside from this Cthulhu 2, they do have a Kamazots that's going to be also diving this backline, so there's going to be a lot of just AoE and single target poke.
I can't work with this man. I can't work with this guy, Cthulhu 2. Obviously I'm joking, but notably we do have Medusa and Geb switching sides here for the Royals and the Midgard Serpents.
I am not a fan of the Geb pick here. Again, with the Ymir, Geb's already going to have a bit of a struggle in lane, and giving Ymir something that, first of all, he can wall, so if this Geb ever plays out of position, this Ymir is excellent on plays. This Ymir is just going to snap even the Geb if he wants to, into wall, freeze, possibly burning ult or relics. This Ymir is just going to have so many opportunities to force different abilities in this game. Very excited to see how he plays this.
Right. The support, obviously, Argo Volt. Argo Volt coming from the Midgard Serpents. Strong support. I would say pretty mechanically strong, and hopefully, I think the biggest impact that he can have here is with those walls for sure. Like a full agree there that taking up entire jungle corridors and stopping gods such as Cthulhu or the Morgan or Geb who just don't have leaps and can't get over those walls. So I'm excited to see how Ymir does get played here by the Midgard Serpents.
Yep. I love both drafts. I genuinely cannot tell which I like more. I still am just gonna favor Midgard for this classic Ymir counter into Cthulhu. I love this character. We are gonna head to a break here shortly, though. We'll be back with the game.
Alright, everyone. Royals trying to finish out the set and claim the championship for themselves. A double A and J2 once again here on cast. You can't get away from us. We're still here. But Ymir and Medusa are going to go ahead and grab this purple buff and start heading to dual lane. What do you think of this dual lane matchup, J2?
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if it's kind of the same story. 2 games where we saw Royals put the pressure on early, or if it'll be a little more slower pace and see that the Medusa will be able to clear wave easier than this Hou Yi, so it should help him out a little bit in lane. But yeah, I want to see if if Katz will kind of keep up his pace here, where he was kind of running through
Oh,
Zapsy a little bit in these first 2 games, or if Zapsy kind of turned that around here in game 3.
oh, Camazot's biting off more than he can chew. Rick the dude.
Wow.
A great last game, but not a great start here in game 3. As he is going to go down, just headhunted after stealing a jungle camp.
Yeah, and that's what Serpents need to start this game. They need to get some confidence early, get their mojo back. It doesn't feel good going down 2-0, especially in the finals here. So
Definitely not a great start, but Midgard get that first blood, early kill. The opposite of what happened last game, so we'll see if they're able to build on that for sure. Do have that double ADC comp. Hotlip playing Chiron in mid lane. The other side, yeah, that probably Cthulhu ×2 on the other side. That's a new one, Sam. You can hear me, man. Cthulhu ×2. But
Yep.
but anyway, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, it's gonna be which double's better, you know.
yeah, I mean, he has the Cthulhu to ult into. That's Carry Bear, Captain Carry Bear on the Morrigan. He could ult as the Cthulhu. He could also ult as his Camazots. I know a lot of Morrigan players like to ult as him. In case this Cthulhu gets put behind early, he is already a level down. A1 did pick up first blood. On to Rick.
Yeah, having that ability to transform, you know, into whoever for whatever situation suits them best. Captain Care Bear just able to kind of play this Morrigan. Just brings a whole nother level to the team. I think, you know, being able to kind of double down on an ult. He said Camazots, probably not a Gav ult, but
Loki, he could do Loki.
sure, yeah, Loki. Even just being an RDO and being tanky potentially, but yeah, for sure, it's just super beneficial for the team. We saw it in game 1, and we're gonna see it here once again. But we are gonna see the ult come out into Soul and RDO on the run, but Cthulhu is gonna finish him off. Baza bringing it back for the Royals 1-1 right now.
Yeah, that's what Baza needed. So Baza needed to.
Oh,
Oh wow, good wall there from Argo Vault. But yeah, no, that's a good pickup on the side of Royals for Baza to get that kill onto A1. Keep him even there. Good rotation from Rick.
oh yeah. Most damage right now, Ymir. 0. 0 right now.
He had a nice wall.
He did
had
have
the nice
a great wall. There's another good wall. But you don't need damage as support, right? But kind of funny.
We are
See
only
that,
4
of
minutes
course.
in here.
Yeah, of course, man. Of course.
Calm down. Let's calm it down. This is gonna be probably the slowest start we've seen all afternoon for these two teams. I think they've had about 5 kills and just a lot of fighting early. This one's a little slower as of right now. Captain Carry Bear on this Morrigan. He did play it game 1. Did pretty well. Not did more in the later game team fights for his team, but they did actually ban it away. Serpents did in game 2, so they're right back to it. I think that shows Royals came into this with a plan, and so far it's working out for them. They are up 2-0. So.
Yeah, I don't know if I jinxed them there in game 1 when I said this was going to be a closer set, but you know, 2-0 right off the bat. I did not expect Royals to come in here this strong, and they were doing a great job in this entire set so far. Game 1 was back and forth. Game 2 was well in with Royals, you know, favor. I mean, they were just kind of able to do whatever they wanted there in game 2, and now coming into game 3, it's 1-1. I mean, we're even, so we'll see what happens, but I wouldn't be surprised if Midgard can pull it back here for sure and force a game, you know, 4 or 5.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely possible for them. I mean, just gotta take it one game at a time at this point, and kind of forget about the first one. It's nice little 2 there from the Camazots, but obviously not enough to pick up Captain Cab. I mean, give credit a little bit to Serpents here. They're not playing scared, even though they're down 2-0. They're still gonna play their game. They're not.
Loki ult, I believe, came out trying to get away from Rick the Dude, but his ultimate will finish off Captain Cab as he goes down. Chiron ult, though, trying to finish off this Camazotz. Oh, barely living the wall from Ymir. Not going to stop him. He's going to get out just barely, but the rotation from Midgard Serpents here to this mid lane, and they're going to kill this Camazotz potentially, but he's up in the air. This is actually the Morgan transformed into Camazotz, and that ultimate will be able to secure his escape.
Yeah, and that's what the Morgan could do. She has the option to turn into whoever she would like. That's in the game, obviously, and the Camazotz is a safe enough pick there to save her life.
I appreciate the, the hashtags in chat. Get written down and get baptized. All right. Let's see, maybe community's favorite, but
Baza is definitely a fan favorite here, I think.
I know he's got some fans
and
for
Rick
sure.
the Dude, yeah.
But I think Midgard can definitely bring this back for sure. I mean, it's not out of their hands at all. This comp's gonna be really annoying that Royals is playing into, but if they're able to do it, if they're able to capitalize on their mistakes, and like you said, kind of get to that late game with the double of ADC, it's gonna be very potent in their own right.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, Serpents went back to a little bit of comfortability in this third game. I know Captain Cab likes to play that low key a lot. Cutlip has played Chiron a bunch in the mid lane. Zapsy picks up the Medusa a good bit, so hopefully that comfort can help them at least win this game 3 here to push this to 4.
Napsy's beads get popped as Ho-Yi and Camazotz were bearing down on the Medusa. Ardio now rotating over. Awan's over here. Gonna slow that Camazotz, bring him to a halt. Here comes Geb, knocking Ardio right back towards his team. Ardio, though, fighting right back. Gets a stun, a wall. Great wall from Ymir, but it's gonna cause Camazotz to go into the ult, but Ho-Yi ult as well. Coming out, it's enough to kill Captain Cav. Loki couldn't withstand the meteor from the heavens, but Ho-Yi is still in this fight, dashing out. Here comes Geb as well, and that will be the end of the team fight, it seems like. And we see one member go down from the Midgard Serpents.
Yeah, so I assume that Awan kind of came over to maybe try to give them a numbers advantage on this dual lane side of the map, maybe get an early Gold Fury. Baza still invading on that side of the jungle.
Yeah, he's
Didn't
super deep.
come over, but Royals, I mean, won the fight at a numbers disadvantage.
No way. He steals away the speed buff.
Wow.
Baza. Speaking of bully here in this third game, gonna stun Loki as well. Loki is trying to fight back. Here comes Ardio to even out the fight. As Cthulhu is gonna dash in. It's gonna get stopped by that Ardio. Cripple is gonna cause Cthulhu ult to come out. Loki now on the run. Fighting off a little more than he can chew. Gets knocked up and is barely living. He is gonna get out. No! Rick the Dude able to finish off that kill. But it's gonna cost him his life. Awan picking a kill up right back. Cthulhu dashing into a wall. Just trying to get out of this team fight. Chiron, though, will finish him off. Cutlip grabbing a kill for the Midgard Serpents. And now the Morgan on the run after that transformation. Geb as well, trying to stay healthy with the Geb shield. Gets popped. Ardio keeping him in place. Gets knocked back by that Chiron. And tries to roll out, but Cutlip able to finish off that kill. And now it is 4-4, almost 10 minutes in, and we are dead even.
Yeah, and good rotation on the side of the Serpents to recognize that Baza was really deep, invaded pretty much their whole jungle as they tried to force that fight on the duo side of the map. And then Baza kind of overstaying. He was 1v2ing for a good time there, but once that Loki kind of got away, maybe should have backed off of it. But good fight on the side of Serpents to even out this game even more here.
Ardio will grab that totem. We're just farming right back up. Go ahead and pull up these charts, might as well. And about 1200 both ways, XP, gold right there, but the damage charts are all red except for that Chiron.
Yeah, and the Serpents here, I think this might be their first gold lead of the match. Not 100% sure. They might have had one early in that game 1, but up about 1,000 gold here, so
Yeah,
it's nice to see that they're not backing down despite being down in the set right now.
yeah, definitely. We are going to see Rick the Dude on that Camazotz as well. I mean, 2-2 and 2. Pretty decent stat line so far. Artio being played pretty well by A1 as well for the other side, Midgard Serpents. Boyos on the other side of the map, though, going to start this Pyromancer, bring it down to about half health. Chiron ultimate comes out, but it's too early. He's got to be careful. Royals do secure it. Chiron, though, approaching, stalking his prey, but they're going to get out of here just in time, it seems like, as long as they don't get too cocky. The other side of the map is I Love Cats goes down. A1 grabbing that kill, but he's going to get a kill before he does. Cthulhu getting walled off. On the other side, Loki and Chiron trying to kill his Geb. His ultimate is going to come out. He will go down. Now Baza fighting all by himself in the dual lane. Artio looking to chase, but can't as that tower is still up.
Yeah, again, the Royals, we've seen it in the game 1. We saw it in game 2. Just the map play to recognize that A1 had rotated it over towards the duo side of the map, so they pulled a Pyromancer and got it pretty easily. Did lose their support over there eventually, but getting the objective is definitely nice for them.
Artio looking to box with his Camazotz and winning so far. Chiron as well rotating over. Here comes the rest of the Royals team to help him out.
Yeah, we're going to see a dance around this early Gold Fury, I believe. A1 still staying over here in this left lane. Baza all the way on that solo side of the map. Doesn't have a TP available to him, so looks like Serpents could have the advantage here. A1 still sticking around.
Camazotz tossing an ability right in Artio's face as she tried to chase. Here comes Geb, gonna miss that rollout this time. Tried to grab that Artio and knock him back towards his team. This Gold Fury, nobody started yet, but
Yeah, just kind of dancing, just hovering.
they're thinking about it for sure. But
Yeah, they're doing a lot of thinking. Not as much acting on that. Now they'll start it up, but oh, Baza's still in right. They still have the numbers advantage.
Geb getting frozen by the Ymir. The wall comes out as well. Artio looking to pressure this Morrigan clone as it goes down. Now Geb and Ymir fighting as well as Artio. Here comes that Hoi ultimate as well to keep the support alive and help him out. But now all of Midgard over here, like you said, Baza still grabbing all the farm on the right side of the map.
He does pick up that tier 1 tower too.
Gold Fury at about half health. Camazotz though from behind. Artio trying to pressure the Morrigan. Here comes Camazotz onto the Chiron. He's looking to shred as much as possible, but now the Gold Fury is his objective. And the Midgard Serpents are going to pick it up, and just in time, Captain Cab grabbing a kill. Baza though with his ultimate going to finish off Argo Volt. Medusa on the run. Double Cthulhu terrorizing the Midgard Serpents. Rick the Dude able to pick up a kill. Artio dashing out just barely with her life. And that should be all of that team fight, but wow, that is a scary combo for sure.
Yeah, and that's the strength of this team fight right there from the side of Royals. I mean, Baza took a bunch of farm on the right side, picked up the tier 1 tower, and then did come over. They didn't get the Gold Fury. It was secured by the side of Midgard Serpents, but that gold lead actually closed off of that fight, despite them not getting the objective. So
Who needs to get the objective when you get the kills, you know? But
that's true.
they're doing a good job. Artio faking the back as Camazotz thinks about diving tower. A1 stayed here from this last team fight, not super healthy. Camazotz is trying to poke the Artio down, but looks like he's not going to get it off.
Yeah, A1 sat for a long time over there by that Gold Fury.
Oh, Loki ultimate coming out onto the Camazotz. It will be enough. Stabbed right in the back as Rick the Dude will go down. Now Cthulhu's the target of Loki. The stun will stun both Chiron and Loki. Chiron, though, here the ult gets popped. trying to finish off this Cthulhu. All 3 shots land, but
Yikes.
Cthulhu barely living. Now Loki in pursuit. Will the tick damage be enough? It doesn't look like it. Diving tower, and Cthulhu gonna live. And just
Wow.
barely by the skin of his teeth is gonna get out as he's backs behind that tier 2 tower. But wow, that's as close as it gets.
Yeah, I'm surprised Baza got out of that one. I thought for sure the Chiron was going to be able to get the last hit there. I guess it was on cooldown, but yeah, that's rough. You want to see Serpents get that kill to put them more at an advantage, because now Baza can just back and look. He's right back here for this Pyromancer.
Yeah, ultimate gonna come out, gonna grab 3 members of Midgard Serpents. Ymir though gonna freeze him right back. The wall comes out. Cthulhu and Loki all gonna get popped. Now Geb is low. Argowol able to finish him off with his ultimate. Double Cthulhu once again. Medusa's low. Rick the Dude will finish off the kill on Loki, and we're gonna see Camazotz grab another kill. Cthulhu, which is the Morgan over here, gonna grab a kill as well. Chiron now the only one fighting. Morgan has just 1 bar of health, but it's not going to be enough as Chiron's going to get melted by Rick the Dude. That ultimate is so good, and it will finish off the kill on the Chiron.
Yeah, Rick the Dude with the triple kill in that fight puts him at 6-3, and this team fight, this comp that the Royals have composed here is just amazing. It's so hard to deal with on the side of the Midgard Serpents.
Yeah, I mean, it's so annoying to play against. I mean, you can't even see, let alone fight against a double Cthulhu. I mean, you know, if you had a Nemesis or maybe an Atlas, you'd be able to kind of get those prod shreds out in time and be able to kind of whittle down the Cthulhu, but there's not as much in this comp, and we're going to see Awan go down trying to take on that whole team. He will pull him off the Fire Giant to his credit, as the Morrigan, Hou-Yi, and Camazotz are looking pretty low.
Yeah, A1 does save the Fire Giant there, but not much he's going to do in the 1v5 situation. He maybe could have picked up the kill onto Rick, but Rick was able to slip away and not lose his life to the RDO.
18 minutes into this match, Royals in the lead. Cthulhu, look, no surprise there, up there in player damage. He didn't even join the other team fight, and he still has the most player damage. Chiron right up there as well, Cutlip, top of his team. Then yeah, XP and gold well within reach, but Royals trying to increase that lead.
Yeah, and I mean, Cutlip is always up there in those damage charts for his team, regardless of how far behind they are. I mean, we saw it last game, we saw it in game 1, obviously. And he's doing his best. He is trying to keep his team in it, and to his credit, he's doing a pretty decent job of it so far. They're only down 2K in this one.
Ardio and Ymir boxing a little bit with Cthulhu and Geb on the other side. All the tanks fighting with each other. Ymir gonna grab that freeze on to Cthulhu once again. Now some damage coming out. The wall comes out, but it's only gonna wall himself off. Unfortunately, Cthulhu ultimate comes out, where now we just wait for the Morgan to do her part. And she will. Double Cthulhu ult coming out. Chiron on the run. The dash comes out. Will get out of range. Both Cthulhus don't know where to head as we look him right in the face, it seems like. And Camazot's ultimate on the back gonna come out as well. Loki gonna have to get out of there just in time, and no one goes down, but now both those ultimates down, kind of the main strategy of this team, and we do see Camazot's ult go down as well, so only Geb and Hou-Yi ult up. Still dangerous in their own right, but at least they get burned for the Midgard Serpents. Loki, though, getting completely jumped on, and there's nothing he can do about that. Rick the Dude grabbing that kill once again. Ardio now being melted down by 3, now 4 members of the Royals. Hou-Yi ultimate looking to secure the kill. Ymir, though, gonna get a freeze as they're tower diving. Cthulhu taking a lot of shots. Now Camazotz taking one too many. Zapsy finishing off that kill. Ymir looking to pressure once again, turning it around for the Midgard Serpents.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is a great opportunity for the Serpents to turn this around here. I mean, the double Cthulhu is down right now. It's on.
Watch the RDO in the back. He's gonna come in on this. He wants Cthulhu. The stun's gonna come out. The cripple not gonna be able to reach that Cthulhu as he's gonna dash out. Chiron ult as well, gonna get popped. Slow comes out, but it's not going to be enough. It'll knock out from Geb. Ardio, though, dashing in. Doesn't look like she'll be able to reach the Royals backing under that tier 2 tower.
Oh, definitely not. And it's good play by A1 there. Try to keep him in it. Try to not let side of Royals back. Try to get his team to catch
Wait,
up to maybe get some nice picks for this
Did
Fire
Cthulhu
Giant.
teleport?
Yes, I believe he did. Yeah, he did.
And the ultimate's gonna come out as well. Fire Giant being started but now left. Pyromancer instead. The option is they're gonna try to hop onto this Cthulhu and burn him down before the rest of his team can get here. Chiron out with half health from the ultimate. Here's the other Cthulhu ultimate, and Chiron just can't get away from all these ults. And will go down. Rick the Dude picking up the kill. Camazot's still chasing this RDO as Cthulhu marches down lane, which is the Morgan in the transformation.
Royals came right back at him.
Back and forth.
It's starting to turn into like that game 2 that we saw, just constant fighting, just a bloodbath again. They've been posturing around this Fire Giant for a long time now, it seems like. I think Royals...
They're going to give it up, it looks like, because Medusa's on the left side of the map. Not wanting to approach. Yeah, they're all on the left side of the map. They're going to go for this gold instead, it seems like. But is it going to be worth it is the question. Camazot's
Yeah,
taking
looking
a lot of
bit
damage.
low. Should be relatively free gold for the side of Serpents, but I don't like to see the Royals, who are already winning these team fights pretty heavily, get that Fire Giant, give them even more of an advantage for the next one.
Definitely going to be tough. You know, Royals coming in here with maybe a more thought out strategy and just being able to use it every chance they get. I mean, every team fight, you know that Cthulhu Ultimate's going to be there twice. I mean, that or it's going to be a Camazot's Ultimate, but regardless, just so much health, so much immunity with the Rick the Dude's Ultimate as well. I mean, it's just so hard to deal with on the other side of the Midgard Serpents.
Yeah, and just so much AoE on that side. I mean, the double Cthulhu alone just creates so much space in the team fights, and then having a Geb ult, a Hu Yi ult is just... It's crazy. I mean, Serpents are going to have a tough time regardless, and especially from in the spot they put themselves in now.
Still only 23 minutes in this match. It feels like it's like at the 40-minute mark, all these team fights going on, but they're definitely looking to fight over A1 potentially teleporting to this tower.
Yeah, Royals now just gonna look to siege some of these tier 2s, I believe. Maybe not a Phoenix. We saw this last time in game 1. They kind of did the same thing, pushed down that left lane, and instead of going for the other tier 2s, they tried to get the Phoenix, and it almost actually cost them. Serpents were able to extend the game that time, but Royals looking like they learned from last time, going for the tier 2 here in mid.
Yep.
And looks like they should push towards that right tier 2 as well. Yeah, they will.
Going to get as much value off of this Fire Giant as possible, grabbing all these towers like you said. And we're just going to have to see Midgard on the defense once again. Not as used to it from that regular season, but it's going to have to be what's their game right now. I mean, they have to defend. This is for the championship right now. If they lose, they're out.
Yeah, and you almost...
in.
Oh, they're looking to engage here.
Ult coming out, both of them are here. Chiron ultimate as well, gonna get popped, but he's low from the double Cthulhu, just hounding him. He's gonna go down. Captain Care Bear grabbing that kill. Now Ymir, the only one left here as Medusa dashes out. Ardio on the other side fighting the Loki and the Camazotz. So Rick the Dude able to grab a kill as we're scattered all over the map. Ardio now getting trapped between 3 members of the Royals, dashing out and is gonna live, but 2 members down for the Midgard Serpents. So the Royals able to do it here and finish out the set and be the champions of the Jotunheim division. As Ymir comes in here, Ardio as well jumping in. The Titans at about half health. Medusa ultimate trying to keep him away. Ymir popping his ultimate, trying to keep him away from this Titan. Ardio dashing out with low health, just trying to stay alive. Medusa as well heading for the fountain as the Titan got its health back and is fighting back against Cthulhu. And Camazotz, they're trying to get in here, and they're defending decently. It's coming down to this Isle of Cats. Gonna grab a kill. Camazotz as well. Gonna go down, and Zapsy grabs a kill. It's at Titan's at half health. Geb barely getting out of there, but no, Zapsy gonna finish him off. And they do defend the Titan. Midgard Serpents holding on.
Wow. Wow, that was a good defense put up from Midgard Serpents. I'm impressed. It was the Geb had ult the entire fight. I was a little surprised he didn't use it earlier, but a great job from on the side of Zapsy and Argo Vault to fend off the entire Royals roster there from Siege and their Titan.
Yeah.
And it could have been more. I mean, the Cut Lip and the rest of Midgard Serpents spawned as Royals were trying to retreat and run back and reset, but luckily for the side of Royals, they didn't get deicide there.
Yeah, 3 members living. Fire Giant now buff is gonna be off of all of the Royals, as Fire Giant's about to come up in 30 seconds. So we do see a few towers drop, or at least one here on the left side for the Midgard Serpents. So they're fighting back. Here
Yeah,
comes
for sure.
Geb, approaching here onto the Ardio, gonna knock her up. Just gonna stop them from taking any more towers here on the left side of the map. In the duo lane, dash out from Medusa. They're not looking to take a fight at this point. They're just waiting for that right side Phoenix to come up so they can heal up their Titan.
Yeah, we do see Primal Fury about to spawn. Could be important for this next Fire Giant fight that's about to spawn now. Don't really see anyone stepping up on the side of Serpents. Probably smart, as they recognize if they get wiped or even just lose a fight, even 2 of them, their Titan is at half health, so it's a little risky here.
Gotta be careful. Those leads, they're big, but they're not that big still. I mean, this one big team fight over Fire Giant, and Midgard could definitely bite back with a vengeance. But
Yeah.
Royal's still firmly in that seat for the time being, for sure. Geb ultimate coming out onto the Medusa. That's not a good start. Is Captain Care Bear gonna grab that kill? Now up into that Cthulhu. Yamazot's jumping in as well onto this Chiron. Chiron getting knocked up with Ardio as well, and this is not going well for the Midgard Serpents. As Ardio's on the run from Geb, Ymir gets crushed by I Love Cats. And now everyone running the opposite direction. Ardio's going to get out, but it's just going to be the Loki. And they're going to march down into this Titan room as Loki and A1 here on the Ardio are going to be the only ones left defending this half-health Titan. Loki jumping in, looking for that Ho-Yi. He knows he's got to get him down if he's going to even begin to start defending. As A1's still in the fight, trying to kill this Ho-Yi if possible. And doing a decent job at it. So far, beads come out as well. Loki in the Titan room as well, defending. That Titan is back up to some decent health. Camazot's in here. Captain Cap grabbing a kill, but he's down as well. And now A1's down. This Titan's exposed, but Zapsy fighting right back with the Medusa ultimate. Gonna grab a kill, dashing in onto this Cthulhu. Here comes Ymir. Great wall, gonna keep them in the fight. As Ymir is gonna drop another ability. Medusa dishing out these autos as well, dashing in. Now, Cthulhu dashing in, but Geb ultimate comes out, Medusa, no, you're low! As Cthulhu ultimate gets popped, Baza finishing off that kill. Other Cthulhu gonna come out, the wall keeping him at bay for the time being, but this Titan defense from Midgard Serpents has been insane. They're still alive and still relatively healthy, but this team is worse for wear at the same time, but they've been able to fight back and at least keep the Royals off of this Titan.
That's now twice the Serpents have had a great Titan defense. The Royals look a little greedy there. I think maybe if they all kind of focus the Titan instead of looking for some extra cheeky kills against the Serpents here, they probably just end. The Titan was already at half health, but they ended up pulling it and resetting it again. So maybe a little bit of a misplay trying to style on their opponent a little bit, but Serpents able to defend another, so the 2v5, allowing I mean, Zapsy died early in that last fight around Fire Giant, even with his ult up, and he came back to respawn at a great time to help with the defense. And now Royals got to do it again.
Yeah, I mean, Midgard pushing back. That Phoenix went up and then went right back down, but they're able to defend. That's all they can do at this moment. I mean, there's nothing else they're going to be able to do at this point unless they can sneak a Fire Giant as well. Artio over here posturing somewhat.
Yeah, Serpents just keeping themselves alive. The Royals' lead could only get so big, and eventually at this late game it can't grow anymore. So these defenses are what they need right now.
We do see Medusa on the left side of the map, maybe looking for a split push, as the rest of her team is here fighting over this Fire Giant. It seems like Kama gonna have to get out of there. Loki beads as well. Kama's that ultimate comes out, but not gonna be able to catch this Loki. Pyron chipping him down. And now Ymir freezing Cthulhu, just trying to fight back against the rest of the Royals. As Loki 1v1ing Rick the Dude, barely living, but what a great 1v1 able to win. Captain Care Bear, though, grabs a kill on the Midgard Serpent support. Medusa ultimate comes out but gets knocked up, and these Cthulhu's just marching down. There's so much damage in such a small area, or in such a big area, I should say, as they march into the Titan room once again for the third time. Midgard on the defense trying to defend against this, but the Morgan and Hoi are low. Captain Cab able to grab a kill, defending once again. Titans at half. Hell, he's gonna grab another one, and is on a killing spree, just able to keep back the Royals. Royals not able to finish.
Cab does have that ult too. If maybe he could catch out Baza there, not gonna be in range anymore. But another great defense on the side of these Serpents, and
Wow.
they're not going away. They're rolling with these punches. They've been down the entire set, but they're not willing to go down a fight. Their Phoenix about to respawn. Zapsy up in 8 seconds.
Artio chasing after the ball like he's a dog. He's a dog, but yeah, rolling into the team, but maybe not the smartest play. But here's Cthulhu from behind, coming out of nowhere, looking for this kill on the Chiron. But Captain Cab grabbing another kill in this match on Party Time Corgi, as Cthulhu and Camazotz are looking to box from the Royals. Loki's low. Camazotz ult, or Cthulhu and Camazotz ult gonna come out to harass this Ymir and Artio once again. They're gonna have to back off.
And that's a big pickup there for Baza, picking up Captain Cab. He pretty much won Serpents the last team fight. Royals looked a little jumbled there, fighting separately, maybe trying to make sure that Serpents don't successfully get that Fire Giant, but
Yeah, here it comes. Fire Giant being pulled by the Royals once again at about half health, but Ymir's the only one here. If he can steal this, it would be huge. He gets a freeze onto the Camazotz ult, charging. Not gonna get it though, but Zapsy able to capitalize, grabbing a kill as well, and Cthulhu barely getting out of there with the Fire Giant buff. But 3 members of the Royals with Fire Giant. Phoenix is up for the Midgard Serpents, and the stakes still big as ever in this match. Everyone gonna reset on the side of the Midgard Serpents. Charts. Anything out of the ordinary here, J2?
not really. It looks pretty typical from what we've seen this entire set, but the difference here is the Serpents not going away. That lead not gonna matter as much as we get later and later into this game. The builds are starting to finish up. The levels, I mean, you can't get past level 20, and these late game team fights, although the comp of the Royals is very annoying to deal with, we've seen some great defenses from the Serpents, so I wouldn't count them out just yet. I believe this is an Oni Fury. Yes, that's going to help out the Royals here. They have the enhanced Fire Giant, except for Rick the Dude, obviously, but Serpents still not going away.
Yeah, we're gonna see Royals starting to group in this mid lane. Looking to charge down and try another Phoenix potentially.
Yeah, definitely going to be willing to siege here with this EFG. Any of the Phoenixes. Potentially even a Titan. All the ultimates are up here on both sides. Aegis is down for Chiron for another 15 seconds-ish.
Captain Cab lurking, waiting for somebody to push in. Both teams Just waiting to see who will make the first move, and Geb gonna jump in and start this. Ardio as well gonna go right through the door. Here comes Cthulhu as they're looking to shred down this middle Phoenix, and they're doing just that. Captain Care Bear gonna grab a kill on the other Captain Cab. Cthulhu ult comes out on the other side as the Morrigan. Camazot's ult gets dropped as well, as Ardio just gets ticked down by the Hoagie and the Morrigan. Cthulhu fighting over here in this middle Phoenix as well, as Ymir gets a double freeze, but now here we go once again, 4 times the charm, as Titan is about half health. Rick the Dude starting off great with another kill. I Love Cats takes down Cut Lip, and the Royals are crowned the Jotunheim Division champions.
Wow, amazing showing on the side of Royals today. To 3-0, the number 1 seed Midgard Serpents. I mean, before this, they'd only taken 1 game off of them. And just, they look dominant today. Well deserved.
What a great match. Royals, it was a little iffy there for a moment, but they were able to pull it back. They take the 3-0 sweep against the Midgard Serpents. Who would have thought the number 2 team would sweep an undefeated Midgard Serpents team? And wow, what a great job from both these teams. It's fun to watch, but Royals, better team today. I think with that, we'll go ahead and throw it to the desk, and definitely want to hear what they have to say about this one. But we'll be right back.
Welcome back to the finale of the Jotunheim Division Finals here. The Royals going up 3-0 on the day, able to take out the Midgard Serpents in the first 3 games of the best of 5, crowning themselves as the champions of the Jotunheim Division. A whole lot to unload here on this, honestly this whole set. But I mean, the story is just great performances all around. I think from the Royals, Boz the Baptist absolutely going off. Rick the Dude substituting in for the playoffs has an absolutely phenomenal breakout performance in every game they plays. And I Love Cats. If I continue on this, I'm just gonna say all their names. They all did such a great job. I'm joined here by Rick Curry, obviously on the desk. Let's hear something. What are you thinking?
I mean, again, Midgard was, I mentioned this in the first game, it was less so in the second game, but they appear to just love these late game comps, right? They had Kali at one point, obviously this last game they had Chiron and Medusa, both really, really strong late game as just ADCs more so than the picks themselves. And especially into a Cthulhu and a Morrigan Cthulhu, you're going to be doing a lot into those 2 things. It's just unfortunate. I think builds were not on the right track. I think as long as they path that a bit differently, the game might have been a bit more even in the late game fights. I think Ymir is just having difficulty finding good walls with all the chaos going on. It's a bit unfortunate in that regard as well. But I mean, Royals just played that excellently around the chaos. Very well job.
I think actually this game 3, the Midgard Serpents did have the best chance to win this one. Honestly, I think it was their most neck and neck, especially in early game. It was neck and neck here for Midgard, and actually they had a little bit of a lead. And then we can't go on a desk about this last game here and not mention all of these defenses at the Titan. I think it was at four sieges it took finally for the Royals to end the game, and Midgard Serpents just holding on like with their life, with their whole tournament and division and season life here at the Titan several times. Unfortunately, did go the way of the Royals for them, but fortunately for the Royals, coming out the champs.
Yep. One thing that's unfortunate too. This is the big fallback of Ymir in no draft like that, as opposed to like a Gabrakan or Yamojit. The whole point of the pick, ideally, is you're just locking out team fights, right? Spreading the team fights. Once they start losing those jungle fights, which honestly should go either way, depending on if he hits a good wall or not. Once you get into those Phoenix fights, it's way too rough for Ymir to hit a wall. The Cthulhu's just walk around it. There's no really good wall spot that I can think of outside of maybe in between. the Phoenixes, but regardless, once they get to that point, it's pretty much game. Inside of Royals, the Ymir pick just falls off too hard.
Right, with the Ymir and the Medusa, able to really fill up corridors. That's really where you want your fights to be happening, right there in the
Definitely,
jungle,
very
somewhere
good protocol.
outside of the Titan room. But unfortunately, that is where they had their best fights. Apparently, was in the Titan room, able to defend, not for too long. Midgard Serpents go down 0-3. 3 games out of the best of 5. Royals wrap it up. They come in, they do their job, they get out. They are done. Great breakout performances from all of their team, everybody. Obviously, seeing some good coaching in the mix there. There's plenty of, like, it seems like outside influence when it comes to how well this team and their comms. This seems great, honestly. It seems as if they're just going into this very well prepared, honestly. And kudos, props to Rick the Dude, also coming in as a sub and making the impact that he has here. I do believe that we're going to be moving into some interviews with some of the players here. All right. And before that, is there anything else that you would like to say, Rick Curry? I know you're very passionate about how some of this game played out. How some of the and you are a support main yourself. How some of the influence there on both supports. Honestly, I don't know if you were very much a fan when it came to the Geb pick. How did that end up fanning out for you? Did you like it better as it went on?
Especially with there being obviously there's going to be a lot more health shred, ideally, and tank shred in the comp. So Geb shields are going to be a little bit less for wear. I also don't think there were too many characters you're realistically trying to Geb shield outside of maybe like a Ymir, obviously, right? But I mean, it's a solid pick. You have a lot of disruption, which it doubles down on the double Cthulhu, and then you have the Kama just diving. So I mean, it's definitely solid. You have a lot of PO as well if this RDO ever gets into the backline. A lot of lockdown too. But
right, and on the other side there, and I guess we're ready. But just to finish up what I was saying, on the other side there, great performance, I would say, on the mid, when it comes from Midgard Serpents, cut lip, trying to keep the team in there, doing everything he can, doing massive damage. But we are going to be moving on to interview with who do we have here? Double A.
Howdy.
All right. Well, fantastic job. Oh, they can't hear me? Oh. Well, fantastic job. Well, fantastic job there. Baza the Baptist, who we have with us here in our own personal studio here, and Captain Care Bear. Great performances throughout, I would say. I believe you picked up a hashtag along the way, Baza. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I don't know if you got to tune in at all.
I love the fans, and they love me. It's a mutual love,
Yeah. Well, not only does he have great humility, but he is also very humble. So I don't even know how that's supposed to go. But Boz the Baptist, fantastic job. We saw you play the Shiva, then we saw you play the Cerberus, and then you ended up rounded out with the Cthulhu. I personally was, whenever I got the chance, I got to talk you up. And also, you got you were the #1 solo throughout the whole regular season as well. Top rated when it comes to the stats and whatnot. Yeah. Care Bear, fantastic. I think you had really good choices when it comes to your Morgan picks. Honestly, the transforms I actually very much enjoyed watching you play Morgan, and with all the great ones that you had, I still stick to it. My favorite one was when you were chasing when you were chasing the Apollo around as Apollo, and it was just the funnest thing for me just to watch, just sit there and watch.
Yeah, Fast and Furious there.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure maybe not a whole lot of happy people for that, but I was one of the happy people. Um, just take us through some of the laning experience there, Captain Camper. Obviously, on the other side, you have a very strong. I think it was the top rated mid laner, in Cutlet actually when it in the regular season.
I actually
Yeah.
didn't know.
Yeah,
I-
no, he's a
I've-
very strong mid.
Oh yeah, Cutlip he's up there. He's probably one of the top mids. He probably is the top mid actually.
Well, statistically speaking, yeah. During the regular season, he was the top mid in the division. Maybe giving a little bit of trouble for you there. You think in the laning phase, maybe in some of the team fights. He definitely dished out the damage.
Yeah, he definitely knows where to position himself in order to hit a lot of damage.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. But we can't look down on your performance. Obviously, you did a great job. That last game, you ended up 8-1, Morgan. Right under 30,000 damage, 96 damage short of 30,000 damage there for you. So fantastic job. Kudos. Going back over to.
Why?
Sorry,
A lot to do with the fact that Party Time Corgi, Boz of the Baptist was setting up some really good ults. I'm not sure how many times Party Time Corgi just blinked and ulted and with the Cataclysm and got at least 3 people.
right. Yeah. Fantastic
Yeah, I
front
wasn't a fan
line
of
to
the
help the carries.
Blink Kavrakan one into 4 people under a Phoenix on his own in game 1 though. His ult was coming up though. It's just a bit of a mistimed blink.
I do
Yeah.
remember
Yeah.
seeing
For
that. It was
sure.
quite funny.
Yeah. Hey, it worked out.
Anything
got
that you'd like to
abilities
add
as
there?
well.
Anything you'd like to add there, Curry, or maybe some questions that you have
I mean,
for either?
not really. It was well played. I do like how I believe they first locked in this RDO. He banned it both games. For this third game, however, RDO got locked in immediate. Just Morgan could do the pickup. That was I'm sure you guys were quite happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, in comms it was a little bit. It was real calm. We were saying after they banned away the Chalk, I was gonna pick Chalk game 3 because I gotta end how I started it being a 1 trick. But yeah,
Yeah,
kind of left
unfortunate
double
there.
Cthulhu open, and that is really fun. So yeah, just running down.
Curious,
Well-
actually, on your thought, both teams did not seem to value like Purse or Tia, or I believe Talthus picked one of these games,
Yeah, I
but
think
neither of
Nate
neither
picked
of your
it game
teams
1.
decided to pick up.
Game
Oh,
two.
are you just not a Toth player by chance? Or excuse me, a Purse player?
I played Stephanie, though honestly, I feel like, in team fight wise, the Morgan was just a really good choice the first and third game. I probably could have picked it up the second game.
Definitely agree with that.
Banned? I'm not sure.
I don't believe she was
Stephanie got
banned
banned
any of the 3 games. Maybe
Okay.
in the second phase, I may be mistaken on the second phase, but first phase she was open every single game.
Definitely. Well, I mean, just a pickup that didn't seem good at the time.
Fair enough. Outside of that, I mean, no comments from me. I've heard pretty much everything I need to hear. Very well played for you guys.
Alright. Yeah. Okay, and I'd say just going a little bit touching here on Baza the Baptist just a little bit more. The Shiva play to start off with, and then Midgard Serpents giving not you Shiva, but still giving Shiva up again.
I'd like to mention that was my 3rd ever Shiva game. That character is very
Potent.
just like to say, yeah, potent's one way to put it. I was gonna use another word, but yeah. Potent, definitely potent when someone who's not even really very good at the game can pick up a character and do pretty well with it. But then Ricky kind of just put me to shame.
Yeah. Then Rick just kind of does what Rick
He just did what he does, bro.
Yeah,
He's the dude. That's just what he does.
He said, "Hey, the Shiva, I'll show you how it's done."
Yeah, he said as we were loading in, I'm gonna show you how it's done, and yeah,
Right.
he showed me.
Well, both of you definitely put on a clinic there for Shiva. For you, putting on a how to solo lane and where to do it, where to fight. Obviously, fantastic job. And we're gonna be kicking it back over to Double A to I think to close this out. Am I right?
Yes, you are. Alrighty. Yeah, thank you, casters, and yeah, congratulations to the Royals. They do take the set 3-0. They secure the championship, throw them in the Hall of Fame for the season 2. So always exciting stuff. It was fun hearing a little insider information as well there. But go ahead and send this to the final screen. Yeah. Alrighty. So yeah, let's make sure we're being nice to each other. There's no need to have any BM, as may have been some already, but it's been taken care of. But anyway, that doesn't take anything away from Royals. They had a great match, great set. I mean, they came in here, second seed, and 3-0'd Midgard. I mean, that was awesome, and it was fun to see. It was fun to cast as well. But with that, please make sure you're hopping in the Discord. It's where all the action is. Season 3 now, starting to look at that because we are wrapping up Season 2. So make sure you hop in the Discord. I have the YouTube and the Twitch and the Twitter. Please check out all those. And make sure you're grabbing that stream announcement roll as well so you can get notified for the streams and all of our other activities. So make sure you keep that in mind. But as always, thank you to the casters. Longer one than usual. You guys did great. It was fun casting with J2 and then having, of course, Recurry and Sam there on desk. It was really awesome. So appreciate you guys. Appreciate staff as well helping out for Jotunheim. Appreciate that. And thanks as always for watching. I believe the next thing we have will be next week. So just stay tuned in the Discord and catch you next week. Once again, congratulations to the Royals.